The bells woke me up. Bang, bang, bang. Someone outside was shouting about giving away wives. That is when I knew for sure. I had died in my old world, hit by a fast car while delivering food, and now I was here. In this body. A body that shared my name, Sun Jian. The memories came to me slowly. This other Sun Jian was weak. A poor scholar who failed his exams many times. His parents died in the famine. His bride-to-be ran away with his cousin. The village was just waiting for him to starve so they could take his small house. He had not eaten in days. In my old life, I was no better. I finished college, drove around in a yellow jacket delivering food, and never even had a girlfriend. Then a fancy car hit me at a crossing. Now I was here, in this broken world. Hurry up. If you do not come, you get no wife and they send you to the army. I dragged my weak body outside. My new world was at war. For kingdoms fighting. De Qian, de Zhou, de Xia, de Song. Plus famine everywhere. People were even eating their own children. At the village center, guards stood with a group of women. Some old, some very young. The head guard banged his gong and spoke. Our kingdom was losing men in the war, so every single man must take a wife from these captured women. We had to make babies for the empire. The men around me cheered like wolves. They pointed and shouted. I just stood there. After more than 20 years alone, this was strange luck. Then the guard spoke again. For each wife, you must pay 50 pounds of grain every month. The cheering stopped. 50 pounds was almost more than a man could grow. Suddenly nobody wanted a wife. Men started to leave. The guards pulled out their swords. No one leaves. Take a wife or go fight at the front. I stood frozen. This was forced buying and selling. I had just arrived in this world. I did not want to die so soon. My plan was simple. Stay low, stay alive, get strong slowly. The other men picked strong women with thick waists, women who could work the fields. I looked at the prettier ones and could not choose. Then a voice spoke in my head. Ding. Suitable host found. Favor system connecting. Zhou Wan'er favor +1. Gu Zijian favor +2. Chu Qingxing favor +1. A system. The thing every traveler dreams of. I almost shouted out loud. A guard glared at me, so I shut my mouth and looked at the screen only I could see. The system showed 3 names. Zhou Wan'er, the 3rd princess of Dezhou. Gu Zijian, a female general of the rebels. Chu Qingxing, a fallen rich daughter. All 3 were in this group of captured women. Strange. A real princess here? I had no time to wonder. The system told me that if their favor for me went up, I would get rewards. If it went down, they might run away or even try to kill me. I smiled at the guard. Sir, I want her. And her. And this one too. The whole village went silent. Everyone stared. Other men were sad to take even one wife. I asked for 3. And these 3 women looked soft, not like farm workers at all. Ding. Zhou Wan'er favor -1. Red light warning. I felt a small chill. The princess gave me a sharp look. I could almost hear her thoughts. She was calling me a dirty man and promising to punish me later. Women's hearts change fast. I would need to be careful. Then my cousin's son Hao came over, his face full of old scars. He slapped my shoulder hard and laughed. 3 wives? Your weak body cannot handle them. And 150 pounds of grain a month? You will die? Do not bring shame to our family. The village men laughed too. They mocked me, said I would die under a woman's belly, said I was thin as a stick. I knew the old hate between this body and Sun Hao. I just looked at him calmly and turned to the guards. Sirs, you said the more the better. Is he trying to stop me? The guards yelled at Sun Hao. They told him anyone who broke the rules would die. Sun Hao bowed quickly and stepped back, but his eyes told me he wanted me dead. The time was up. The head guard spoke again. Take your wives home. In 1 month I return for the grain. No grain. You go to the army. Sun Hao and the others smiled at me with cold eyes. They thought I was a fool who chose women over life. They thought 1 month was my death date. I did not care. I waved at my 3 new wives. Wives, let us go home with your husband. Zhou Wan'er, Gu Zijian, and Chu Qingxing looked at each other. Their faces were hard to read. Then, one by one, they followed me. The walk home was not pleasant. Many villagers stared at us and pointed and whispered. I did not care. I led my 3 new wives to my small broken house. Wives, the house is a bit poor. We do not even have many good chairs. Please do not mind it. I felt a little ashamed. In my old life, this place would not even be good for a dog. A mouse would cry if it walked in. Chu Qingqing looked at me with soft eyes. I do not mind. If you had not chosen me, no one would have. I would have been sold as a servant or sent to a brothel. You saved me. I will be a good wife to you. The system spoke in my head. Chu Qingqing favor +5. I almost laughed. One nice sentence and her favor jumped. She really was raised well. Zhou Wan'er and Gu Zijian stayed quiet, but I knew they were thinking the same thing. Without me, their lives would be much worse now. Then I heard a small grumbling sound. Zhou Wan'er's stomach. The princess turned red and looked down. She had not eaten in over a day. Gu Zijian was the same, but she trained as a fighter and could handle hunger better. I slapped my own head. Look at me, talking and forgetting to feed you. Sit somewhere. I will go cook. I walked to the kitchen. Behind me, Chu Qingcheng told the other two that we were all family now and should get to know each other. They started to share their names softly. In the kitchen, I stared at my empty rice pot. I had nothing. I had promised them food, but there was no food. How shameful. Then I remembered. The system. I checked my screen. Chu Qingqing's favor was already at 10. I could get a reward. System, give me a reward. I want food, a voice answered. I had 150 packs of instant noodles, 100 pounds of rice, and a big bottle of soybean oil. The food just appeared in front of me. I almost jumped with joy. This system was wonderful. Now I had to keep getting favor points to buy more things, so I could pay the grain tax in 1 month. I decided to make instant noodles. Simple and tasty. I washed the pot and boiled water. Soon a big pot of hot noodles was ready, smelling wonderful. I called the 3 women in. Their eyes went wide. They had thought maybe I would give them wild plants and thin rice soup. This was a shock. Chu Qingqing spoke first. Husband, what is this? Zhou Wan'er listened closely. As a princess in Dezhou, she had eaten every fancy food, but she had never seen this. She started to look at me with curious eyes. Maybe I was not just a poor village man after all. Gu Zijian also watched me from the corner of her eye. It is called instant noodles. Try it. I gave each of them a big bowl. Zhou Wan'er took 1 bite and could not hold back. Wow, so good. I never knew food like this existed. Then she blushed, ashamed she had lost her manners. The other 2 were just as amazed. They had never tasted anything like it. Eat a lot. There is plenty more. Chu Qingqing smiled at me. Husband, you are too kind. Please eat too. I sat down with my own bowl. I had a new world, 3 beautiful wives, and food from my old home. I felt very lucky. Eat slowly. No one will take it. If you want more, I will cook more. The princess turned red again. She wanted to eat like a lady, but the noodles were too good. The other 2 were the same. By the end of the meal, I had gained more favor points just by being kind. Zhou Wan'er's favor went up by 2. Now I did not have to worry about her trying to kill me in my sleep. Then night came. Time to sleep. And I had a problem. 3 beautiful wives. 1 bed. What now? I could not just say what I wanted. Their favor would drop fast. If it went below 0, my life would be in danger. Zhou Wan'er saw my face and pointed at the bed. I will sleep on the bed tonight, Gu Zijian said. I will sleep on the floor. Chu Qingcheng looked shy. Husband, I. Before she could finish, someone knocked on the door. Hard. Bang. 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 I will get it. You 3 decide where to sleep. I opened the door. Sun Hao stood there with his ugly scarred face. He held a small bag. Sun Hao? What do you want? Cousin, I bet you are still hungry. Look, I brought you grain. He opened the bag. Inside was old yellow grain, going bad with mold. I knew this trick. A weasel does not visit the chicken to wish it a happy new year. I made my voice cold. Sun Hao, no one is here but us. Stop pretending. Just say what you want. The fake smile dropped from his face. Fine. I will be honest. I want to use this bag of rice to spend 1 night with that wife of yours. The one with the big chest. What do you say? The biggest chest. That meant Zhou Wan'er, the 3rd princess of Dezhou. And Sun Hao thought he could trade half a bag of moldy rice for 1 night with her? He really was dreaming. I almost laughed. Sun Hao saw my smile and got the wrong idea. Huh. You smiled, so you agree. I knew you were starving. This grain will save your life. No need to thank me. Just take me to your wife. I will be gentle. He reached for my hand, his face full of greed. In his mind, I was still the weak old Sun Jian. He thought after 1 night, the other 2 would be easy. He would get my 3 wives for almost nothing, and I would die in his place from the grain tax. Lucky him. Dead me. But this was not the old Sun Jian. Get away from me. You make me sick. I pushed him back. He stood there shocked for a full minute. Then his face turned dark with anger. Sun Jian, you tricked me. So what? Get out. He grabbed a wooden stick from the side and swung it at my head. I had no time to move. But suddenly, a shape flew past me. Gu Zijian. She caught the stick like it was nothing and stared at Sun Hao with cold eyes. She had been listening behind the door, worried for me. When she heard the trade, she was disgusted but also amused. The instant noodles I made were far better than this rotten rice. In her old life, she would have killed Sun Hao already. But now she did not want to make trouble for me. Sun Hao tried to pull the stick back with all his strength. He could not. His face turned red. Sun Jian, you are a man. You hide behind a low woman? Have some shame. Tell her to let go and fight me yourself. I walked over and patted his face. Sun Hao, you are wrong. A wife protecting her husband is right and good. Men and women are equal. Who says a woman is less than a man? When I said, men and women are equal, Gu Zijian shook a little. She looked at me with strange eyes and whispered to herself that I was a strange man. The system spoke. Gu Zijian favor +2. I told my wife to let him go. He fell hard on the ground, then stood up and ran a few steps. He turned back to shout, Sun Jian, my older brother works at the county office. You are dead. I knew this. His brother Sun, who was a small leader at the county office. Both of them used to bully the old Sun Jian when he was young. But that did not scare me. If his brother came, I would settle all the old debts and the new ones together. Gu Zijian looked uneasy. I made trouble for you. I waved my hand. When trouble comes, we deal with it. She looked at me with surprise. I spoke like an educated man. I made magic noodles. Was I really just a poor village man? We went back inside. Chu Qingsheng was worried and asked what happened. I told them. Zhou Wan'er was so angry her face went dark. She stamped her foot. Shameless. Disgusting. This palace will surely. She caught herself and stopped. This palace? Gu Zijian gave her a long look. So her sister was hiding her true name too. Of course. Gu Zijian was hiding hers as well. Chu Qingsheng was simple and did not notice. Then it was time for bed. Zhou Wan'er pointed at the bed. We three sleep on the bed. You sleep on the floor. If you try anything, Zijian will end you. You saw how strong she is. Chu Qingsheng laughed softly. Gu Zijian gave me a warning look. I shrugged and made my bed on the floor. 3 beautiful wives so close, but I could only look. The fight is not yet won. The worker must keep trying. I went to sleep. Some time later, I felt arms around me. I woke up fast. It was Chu Qingsheng. Her face was red. Husband, today is our wedding day. A wife should give herself to her husband. I know you are a good man. I want to do my duty as a wife. But for now, I can only stay close to you like this. Please do not be angry with me. My heart felt warm. I held her tight. Silly girl. How could I be angry? You all met me in a hard time. It is normal to feel unsure. When the time is right, I will give you all a grand wedding. That will be our true wedding night. She trembled and looked at me with wet eyes. Husband, you are so kind. Meeting you must be my luck from past lives. The system spoke again. Chu Qingsheng favor +10. New reward ready. I was happy. Wife, tell me about your past. She nodded slowly. I was born in a rich silk family in the south. My family did not want to work with the corrupt officials and hurt the farmers who grew silkworms. So a bad official made up crimes against us. Over 100 family members died in jail. A mysterious person saved only me. She started to cry. I held her tight. Wife, do not cry. I promise you. One day I will get justice for them. That dog official will pay. Yes. Husband, I believe you. Across the room, Gu Zijian turned over in bed. She whispered very softly to herself. Will you get justice for me too? The sky started to grow light. I woke up and looked at Chu Qingsheng sleeping peacefully. I got up quietly to claim my system reward. Then someone banged hard on the door. Trouble. Big trouble. Sun Jian, open the door. I opened the door. A middle-aged man in rough cloth stood there. There was blood on his clothes. Your old yellow ox got killed. It was not me. Do not blame me. Yellow ox? What ox? I rubbed my eyes, still half asleep. Then the memories came back. The old Sun Jian had 1 yellow ox. It was the only thing of value in the family. He had let a man borrow it to plow a field. That man was standing in front of me. His name was Lao Jiang. Lao Jiang was an honest man in the village. His uncle worked at the county office, so his family had a few small fields. Not rich, but not starving. My ox is dead. Damn. Who killed it? I grabbed his collar. The ox was the only thing my new parents had left for this body. Now someone had killed it? The old memories were affecting me strongly. Sun Jian. It really was not me. Sun Hao went crazy. He ran into the ox on purpose, then said the ox hit him. He pulled out a knife and stabbed it right in the heart. Hurry and go look. The ox is dying. You can still drag it back and eat the meat. If you wait, you will get nothing. Lao Zhang meant well. That is why he came to tell me. Sun Hao? That dog again. I knew right away. The ox did not run into him. This was Sun Hao's revenge for last night. The old Sun Jian had been bullied by Sun Hao for years. The worst time, Sun Hao stole half of the medicine money my mother needed. The family almost starved that month. The old me was too weak to fight back. But not me. New debts and old debts, all together today. He wants to die? Then I will help him. Lao Jiang grabbed my arm, scared. Do not go die? Sun Hao is with Sun Hu. Sun Hu was Sun Hao's older brother. The head of the county guards. Big man, big beard, very mean in a fight. Once he beat 4 strong men from the next village all by himself. My uncle says even he is afraid of Sun Hu. Can you fight him? I gave a cold smile. Sun Hu? So what? Just take the ox back. And do not say I told you. Lao Jiang ran off fast. He did not want any trouble. I looked at my thin arms and gave a sad smile. The old Sun Jian was a weak scholar, half-starved, skinny like bones. Even fighting Sun Hao might be hard. Fighting Sun Hu would be suicide. But some things you cannot just count like that. With men like Sun Hu and Sun Hao, if you keep quiet, they only hurt you more. Then I remembered. The system. I had a system. Time to test it. System, open panel. Use 1 normal lottery. I want strength, the voice answered. I had won a full set of Tongbei boxing skills. The skill was now in my mind. My power went up by 18 points. My new panel showed strength 58, speed 40, brain 80, charm 60. The system told me 50 was a normal healthy person. 80 was the human limit. I looked at my arms. The muscles were growing, right in front of my eyes. I felt strong now, full of power. Sun Hao, wait for me. I am coming. I left the house. What I did not know was that just after I left, Zhou Waner opened the door behind me. She had been awake when Lao Jiang knocked. She had heard everything. She watched me leave. Her mouth turned up a little. Not bad. He has some courage. I judged him too low before. The system spoke in my room. Zhou Waner favor +2. If I had stayed quiet and let Sun Hao win, she would have seen me as a weak fool, not a man worth her eyes. But I had passed her test. But can he really do it? Do not die out there. She thought for a moment, then followed me. As a princess, she had trained in fighting since she was small. Not as good as a great general, but enough to handle a village man. She did not love me, but I had fed her and saved her life. She could not just sit and watch. Then, just after Zhou Waner left, another shape opened the door. Gu Zijian. She watched Zhou Waner go. Her pretty eyes narrowed. That woman is not simple. I knew it. She had felt something special about Zhou Waner at dinner. She had been watching her quietly. Her instinct was right. Zhou Waner had trained in fighting. She was no normal captured woman. How interesting. None of them are as simple as they look. I want to see what happens. She closed the door softly. Then she followed too. 3 of us moving towards Sun Hao. He had no idea what was coming. I walked fast down the village road. A sickle in my hand. My steps were strong. Before, even a short walk made me tired and out of breath. But now my body felt warm. Power flowed through me without stopping. The system was real. I did not walk far before I saw a fire. Around it sat 7 or 8 men, all in guard uniforms. They had cut my old yellow ox into pieces and were cooking the meat over the flames. A young guard took a big drink of wine and ripped into a chunk of beef with his teeth. This old ox was thin, but the meat goes well with wine. The other men ate and drank the same way. In these hard times, only the rich men in the city ate meat and drank wine like this. And men like these, guards, they took whatever they wanted. Sun Hao stood up, half drunk, holding a big piece of meat. Eat all you want. Blame this stupid ox. It hit your master Sun Hao. Was I a man it could touch? His brother Sun Hu was more careful. How, this is Sun Jian's ox, right? Going after him has limits. His parents starved. The ox was his life. If we eat it, do not get a death on our hands. Sun Hu was the head of the county guards. Older. Smarter. He had seen more than his hot-headed brother. He was like a police captain in my old world. Everyone in this county feared him. Sun Hao laughed. Brother, please. You think too highly of that trash Sun Jian. He is no hero from the old stories. With that thin body, he should kneel and call me grandfather. But he was thinking about how I had embarrassed him last night. Something about me felt different now. Still, with his brother here, what could I do? That is when I shouted, Sun Hao, pay for my ox with your life. I rushed forward with my sickle. Sun Hao saw me and was surprised for a moment. Then his face turned dark with anger. He thought I was tired of living. Sun Hu put down his wine bowl. The common rule was that small people do not fight officials, especially in a war world. Even other guards bowed to Sun Hu. The old me would never have dared. He was shocked I came here for an ox. Brothers, leave him with some breath. Do not kill him. The guards stood up to surround me. Sun Hao grabbed a wooden stool, smiling cruelly. He was thinking that after they beat me half dead, he could go back to my house and play with my pretty wives. I looked around at all of them. These were not guards. They were bandits in uniform. Far away, hidden, Joanna watched. Her heart was tense. To her, my life did not matter much. But if I died, she would be in great danger. A fallen princess in an enemy land. If she stepped in to save me, she might be found out. The result could be worse than death. She bit her red lip. Damn it. I hope she helps. She put her hope in Gu Zijian, who was also hiding nearby. Gu Zijian's brows were tight. She was thinking too. But she had decided that if things got bad, she would save my life. Sun Hao thought I was frozen with fear. He could not wait. He swung the heavy wooden stool at my head. The wood was solid. A hit like that could crack a stone, much less a skull. You trash. Die, bang. A loud sound. Then everyone froze. Sun Hao's stool never touched me. Instead, my foot kicked him hard in the chest. He spit blood and flew back 3 or 4 steps. He fell on the ground, crying in pain. The guards near me froze too. They did not even see how I moved. Sun Hu jumped up from his chair, his eyes wide with shock. He could not believe what he saw. In one night, I had become a different man, not the weak coward. My thin body even looked stronger. What happened to this kid? Sun Hao screamed from the ground. Brother, kill him. Kill him. His ribs were broken. His voice was rough with pain. First I had argued with him. Then I had shamed him. Now I had hurt him. He wanted me dead. Sun Hu's face went hard. Good. You hurt my brother. Today I will break both your legs, Sun Hu yelled. His eyes were full of hate. No matter what was strange about me, I had hurt his brother in front of him. That was a slap on his face. If I walked away today, how could he keep his power? He stood up and grabbed a thick wooden stick. He came at me. I made a cold sound. His threat meant nothing to me. Threaten me? Let us see who dies first. Your brother killed a farm ox. By the law of Deqian, that is a death crime. You are a guard captain. Instead of stopping him, you let him and your men kill the ox and eat the meat. You know the law and you broke it. That makes the crime worse. You may break my legs today, but tomorrow you all go to the chopping block. The other guards turned pale. My words were not just talk. The law really did punish ox killing with death. We were in war times. Famine everywhere. Grain was the most important thing. Farm oxen were too valuable to kill. But Sun Hu was not stupid. Brothers, do not fear. So he read a few books. So what? He has nothing but fleas. He cannot even afford rough paper to write a complaint. Cut out his tongue. As long as we do not kill him, he cannot tell anyone. He had seen through my plan. I had no money for the courts. I held still and stayed calm. Sorry, but before I came, I told many villagers to come watch the show. They should be here soon. They will see how you killed the ox, ate the meat, and cut out my eyes. Everyone froze again. Even Sun Hu stopped moving. His men panicked. Big brother, what if he really called villagers? Let us run. If we get caught, even the county officer cannot save us. Sun Hu glared at me. He had no good choice. As guard captain of Hongnon County, if villagers caught them in the act, none of them could escape. He decided to run. You men carry my brother and go. Damn you, Sun Jian. Just you wait. I watched them run away in a mess. I shook my head and almost laughed. Even if you stayed, I am not afraid of you. Wait. Fine. A pile of trash. They want to fight me. I looked at the ox meat in the pot. Already cooked. I felt a little sad. My poor ox. But the smell is so good. I sat down and started eating. The meat was wonderful. While I was eating, Zhou Wanner and Gu Zijian came out from where they had been hiding. They stared at me with strange faces. Wives, why are you here? I looked up with my mouth full of meat and saw 2 beautiful women looking at me in shock. My heart felt warm. They had come to protect me. My house had nothing. The wind blew through the walls. We barely had food. But I had 3 beautiful wives who cared about me. Heaven was kind to me. Zhou Wan'er and Gu Zijian shared a look. Stop sitting there. This is not a place to talk. Let us go fast. You said the villagers were coming. If they see this, we cannot wash ourselves clean. Husband, let us leave first. I laughed with my mouth full and oily hands. Villagers? What villagers? Oh, right. I was scaring Sun Hu. There are no villagers coming. Think about it. I did not even know where they were. How could I have told villagers? And in this war world, with bandits everywhere, who would come out at night to a place like this? The 2 of them stared. Their mouths fell open. Wives, do not just stand there. Sit and eat the meat. I called them to sit. I told them to save some for Chu Qingsheng at home. In these times, just not starving was a gift. Eating meat was a dream. I handed them big pieces. Eat fast. The meat is getting cold. They smelled it. They could not hold back any longer. They ate. That moment, their tongues and stomachs felt joy they had never known. Zhou Wan'er could not remember when she last ate meat. Since the army caught her and made her a war wife, this was the first time she felt safe and full. And it was all because of this strange husband she had only known a few days. Gu Zijian felt the same. She had thought being chosen by a man would mean torture and shame. She had been ready to kill herself or run away again. None of that happened. Instead, this. She looked at me with softer eyes now. There was something strange about this man. Something that made her feel safe. The brain to plan, the courage to fight. Was he really just a village man? We all ate well. On the way home, Zhou Wan'er could not hold it back. Hey, who are you really? The whole walk back, both women had stared at me like I was some strange creature. Every time I looked at them, they quickly looked away. So strange. I shrugged. What can I be? I am your husband. Just as I was wondering why they kept staring, the system spoke in my head. Ding. Zhou Wan'er favor is over 20. Now 22. You get 1 normal lottery and 1 rare lottery. Ding. Gu Zijian favor is over 20. Now 24. You get 1 normal lottery and 1 rare lottery. I almost laughed out loud. When did their favor go up so fast? It was just single numbers a short time ago. Whatever. For lottery chances all at once. So good. Just by scaring Sun Hu and sharing meat, I got this much. A few more times like this, and I would break 100. This world might be full of starving people and war. So what? With my system, I was not afraid of Sun Hu's revenge. I would crush him. What are you laughing at? Zhou Wan'er stared at me, confused. We were almost home, and her husband was laughing to himself. And it sounded greedy too. Nothing. I just thought of a great plan. Pa, you are not my husband. What plan? Come inside. I will tell you. When we got home, Chu Qingsheng ran and hugged me. Tears in her eyes. She asked if I was hurt. I told her the whole story. She listened with her heart jumping. She was proud of me, but also scared. Common people do not fight officials. That was an old truth. Officials had 1,000 ways to kill someone. We had made enemies of Sun Hu. There was no telling what trick was coming next. Zhou Wan'er and Gu Zijian had seen my courage today. They knew I was not as weak as I looked. They were less worried. Gu Zijian held Chu Qingsheng's hand. Do not worry. He has many tricks, Zhou Wan'er asked. What now? If Sun Hu comes back, what is your plan? I smiled. Do not worry. I can handle it. How? I made them angry, but they cannot speak about the ox. They cannot say I beat up Sun Hu. That would be picking up a stone and dropping it on their own foot. Sun Hu is not that stupid. They will not come around for a few days. They are more scared than us. If they want trouble, they will wait for grain collection day. Grain day, Chu Qingsheng paced the room. Husband, you have 3 of us. 150 pounds of grain a month. What do we do? Do not worry. 150 pounds is nothing. I will give them 6 months at once. And I promise our family will eat meat at every meal from now on. What? 6 months at once. Meat at every meal. The 3 of them stared at me. They thought I had gone crazy. Yes, I had made them magic noodles. Yes, we had some grain stored. But there were over 20 days left. Even saving every bite, we would not have 50 pounds. We had no work, no land. Were we going to beg? In a famine year, beggars got nothing. 6 months at once meant 900 pounds. From where? Zhou Wan'er kept her noble tone, but her voice was softer now. Stop hiding things. Tell us what you plan. I put a finger to my lips. Shoo. The wise man has his ways. Do not ask. Time to sleep. Same as before. I take the floor. You take the bed. Good night, wives. I lay down on the floor. The three of them stared at each other, lost. That night, the three women lay in bed but could not sleep. Each had her own thoughts. But they all agreed on one thing. The man snoring like a dead pig on the floor was no normal village man. He was something else. Something hidden. Late that night, I was woken by the system speaking again. Ding. Chu Qingxing favor is over 30. Now 31. You get one epic lottery. Ding. Total favor over 70. Reward is 10 free attribute points and a middle-level gift box. I opened my eyes. I was about to curse the system for waking me. But Chu Qingxing was kneeling next to me, gently pulling my blanket up. Her eyes soft. My heart melted. I reached out and pulled her close by the waist. She made a small surprised sound. Her body fell forward. Her chest brushed my mouth. A soft smell. Soft skin under my arm. My head felt warm. I told myself, the time is not right. I held back. But truly, my three wives were beautiful. Thin, but each of them was the kind of woman men in my old world would call goddesses. In the moonlight, I could see her cheeks were pink. Husband, you are awake. I nodded and kissed her cheek softly. Go sleep. I want to think outside for a while. It is windy at night. Take this blanket so you do not catch cold. Every time we got close, her heart raced, and she could not look at me long. Yes, go sleep now. I wrapped the blanket around me and stood in the broken yard. I muttered to the sky, System Lord, can you please turn off at night? I was having a nice dream and you ruined it. The system did not care. It just showed me the message again. 10 free attribute points? Middle-level gift box? I was not surprised that Chu Qingxing's favor went up 10 points in the night. Of the three, she was the closest to me. Plus my charm was pretty good. Winning over a few women should be easy. But 10 free attribute points was huge. The system spoke. You have unlocked middle-level system. 10 free attribute points. Use them now, use them. All into strength. The rest can wait. In a war world, the first thing you need is the power to protect yourself. A soft light flashed. My strength went from 58 to 68. Almost at the limit for a normal human. I checked my new panel. Strength 68. Speed 50. Brain 80. Charm 60. Skills, Tongbei boxing and reading the classics. Items, middle-level gift box. Lottery, 2 normal, 2 rare, 1 epic. I felt much stronger. Power filled my body. Open the gift box. A golden box appeared in front of me. Light flashed. 5 things showed up. They almost made me blind with joy. You get strong antibiotics times 20. New energy fishing rods times 10. Infrared semi-automatic compound bows times 5 with 100 arrows. Strong adrenaline shots times 10. Super potatoes times 100. I almost fell over. This middle gift was crazy. It solved almost every problem I had. The medicine could save lives. The new energy fishing rod could shock fish dead in the water. No need for nets or hooks. Just step in and stun a whole school. The compound bow had infrared aim. From 100 steps away, no animal could escape. But the best thing was the super potato. The system said it grew big, was full of food value, did not care about cold or dry weather, did not need a season, grew very fast, and was ready in 30 days. I almost shouted with joy. The system was real. The system was good. So many surprises in one night. I decided to save the lotteries for later. The next morning, I woke up to find my 3 wives arguing about how many noodles to cook. Chu Qingxing held the pack tight. No. If husband cannot get more grain, this is all we have. We need to save it for the tax. We just eat a little to not feel hungry. Joanna waved her hand. He will get the grain. Eat more. It does not matter. I trust him. Yesterday she might have saved every grain. After last night, she did not worry. Gu Zijian stood between them, not knowing whose side to take. After being hungry so long, who did not want to eat their fill? But Chu Qingxing was right too. If I could not get grain, every bite saved was important. Why are you fighting in the morning? I walked over with a tired face. I took the pack from Chu Qingxing and gave it to Gu Zijian. From today, 3 meals a day. 2 packs each. Go cook. Do not forget the seasoning. Husband, Chu Qingxing looked sad. I patted her shoulder. Trust me, our days will get better and better. She felt better and nodded. She had doubts, but did not say them. All the food came from me, after all. The other 2 looked at me with soft eyes and warm smiles now. They went to cook. After we ate, I told them my plan. Hunting and fishing. Hunting, fishing, The three were confused. In these years, villagers without farmland got food this way. But everyone in Hongnon County hunted and fished. The hills had no animals left. The rivers had little fish. Hunters left at dawn and came home empty-handed. And I was a scholar with no bow, no fishing rod, not even a piece of decent metal in the house. What would I hunt with? My grandmother's shoe pad? I knew they would react this way. In this old world, people used long bows and rough nets. Of course they did not believe me. Wait, I will show you something good. I went outside and pretended to go down to the cellar. I opened my system bag and pulled out one compound bow, one new energy fishing rod, and a rubber suit. When the three saw these things, they were stunned. Husband, what are these? Is this a bow? Gu Zijin was a general's daughter. She knew it was some kind of bow, but she had never seen one like this. The other two had wide, bright eyes too. She picked up the compound bow. What fine iron! How can such pure metal exist in this world? Husband, how much work would it take to make iron this fine? What did you call me? I looked at her with a half smile. She suddenly realized what she said. She put the bow down fast. Her face went red. She looked at the floor. Her small hands did not know where to go. The air in the room got warm. You could almost taste the feeling between us. The room felt warm and a little awkward. Zhou Wanner pouted and turned her face away. Chu Qingqing's cheeks were pink. I looked at Gu Zijin's cute face and could not help smiling. That was the first time you called me husband. She started to speak, but stopped. Her face was so red she wanted to dig a hole and hide. She could not say a word. I felt sorry for teasing her, so I changed the subject. You were right. This metal would take many lifetimes to make. I can promise you, this is the only one in the world. Try it. I handed her the bow and pointed at the wutong tree in the yard. Me? Can I really? She took it with shy excitement. Of course. Sight here. Aim there. Line up the 3 points. While teaching her, I stood close. I will not lie. She had a great body. Big chest, nice hips. She blushed harder. Her breath got faster. But she still focused. This bow does not need you to pull the string. Just lock the arrow and squeeze the trigger. She breathed in, aimed, and squeezed. Whoosh. The arrow flew like lightning. It went straight through the wutong tree and stuck deep in the dirt wall behind it. The end of the arrow buzzed. So strong, the three were stunned. They thought it was just a slightly stronger bow, but it punched through thick wood and into a wall. This was a weapon from legend. Did you make this? Zhou Wanner's eyes were sharp. She smelled something. Who else? I looked proud. Who are you really? Why do you have all these strange things? Magic foods. Legendary weapons. Before, she had only doubts. Now she was sure. I was no simple village man. Maybe a hidden craftsman family. Maybe a rich son from another country, fallen here like her. I am your husband. That was all I would say. Today, hunting is not the main goal. This is, I pointed at the new energy fishing rod. Chu Qingqing picked it up. Husband, this metal-capped stick. What does it do? She almost pressed the power button. Worse, both poles of the rod were pointing at my private parts. If she had pressed it, my 3 wives would never have children. Stop. I grabbed it back fast and put it down safely. The 3 looked confused. I told them this was even more dangerous than the bow. Press it wrong, and it could kill someone. Hearing it was stronger than the bow, they wanted to see it work. I gave in and said I would show them. In Deqian, women were not supposed to leave the house alone. But these were war times. Everyone was hungry. Old rules were forgotten. Men worked the fields or hunted. Women dug for wild plants. We left the house together and met other village women heading to the hills. Look, the scholar from the east of the village. Where are you going? The speaker was Ma Jinshi, wife of a man called Ma Dedan. She was the leader of these village women. Her husband owned a few small fields and looked down on everyone. She was famous as a foul-mouthed woman. Few dared to fight her. Fishing. I tried to walk past, but she would not let me. What? You? Fishing? Ha ha ha. She slapped her thigh laughing. The other women joined in. You will fall in the river before you see a fish. Sister Jean, look how poor he is. If he does not fish, will he go home and eat dirt? 3 wives, and you bring them too? Are they here to fish out your dead body? Wait, Sister Jean, this kid looks bigger now. Last time he was thin as a stick. I could feel Gu Zijian wanting to slap them. Even soft Chu Qingqing could not stand it. The words were really bad. Ma Jinshi was not done. 3 wives bought with his life. He cannot pay grain, so he will die. Why is he not at home making babies? Why is he out here? None of your damn business. I had stood up to Sun Hu. Why would I back down to a foul-mouthed woman? You poor scholar with 3 wives. We will see you get your head cut off in 20 days when you cannot pay grain. She stamped her feet, furious. I did not waste more time. I walked on faster with my wives. Sister Jean, what is that thing in his hand? Who cares? He is just a beggar waiting to die. Husband, we are really going to fish? With this? You are sure? Chu Qingqing was confused. Zhou Wan'er and Gu Zijin too. They had ignored the village women's mocking, but they did not understand my plan. Yes, through this small forest, then 2 miles east. There is a big river. Not deep, good for fishing, but it is so close to the village. If there were fish, others would have caught them. And with this strange long stick? Stop asking. You will see. It was autumn. Animals were still active. In winter it would be much harder. I knew from my new memories that fishermen avoided this river. It had too many rocks. The water flowed fast. Hooks got caught between stones. Nets could not spread out. So no one came here. When we got there, I gave each wife a stick. I told them when fish floated up, they should pick them up from the narrow part of the bank. They were still confused but agreed. I put on my rubber suit and stepped into the water. I held 2 new energy fishing rods. The water was not cold thanks to the suit, just past my knees. Many rocks, but I could see well. Did we trust him too much? Can that thing really catch fish? Zhou Wan'er was still doubting. Then they almost thought I was a sorcerer. I dropped the 2 rods into the water and shook them gently. Right away, 2 fish floated up belly up. They drifted downstream. Stop staring. Get the fish. The 3 came back to life and ran with their wooden forks. The system spoke. Zhou Wan'er favor +3. Gu Zijin favor +3. Chu Qingqing favor +3. Working together, we caught fish very fast. Soon they could barely carry them all. I came back on shore to count. We let the small fish go. Over 50 fat fish were left. The 3 were so happy they almost called me a god. Husband, is this magic? No hook, no fork, no net. The fish just sleep and come to us. Zhou Wan'er's eyes were shining. Hey, I want to try. I put the rod away. It is too strong. One mistake and you hurt yourself before the fish. Another day I will teach you. Stingy. Fine. She made a cute pouting face. The 3 of them looked at me with new eyes. Soft, but also full of awe and curiosity now. Let us go home. We walked back to the village around midday. Our heavy strings of fat fish caught everyone's attention. Blood dripped from the strings as we walked. People crowded around. Son kid, where did you catch all these? Look how fat. I want to eat one so badly. I never knew our scholar had this skill. Maybe the river is full of fish. Let us go check. 51 fish. Each 3 or 4 pounds. In the town this would buy 50 or 60 pounds of grain. A big harvest. I have not had meat in over a year. Some men were almost drooling at the raw fish. The village women who had laughed at me went red and angry. They could not believe my one trip got this much. Today I had one face in the village. Even if the river had fish, catching this many was hard. Doing this a few times a month meant no problem with the grain tax. Plus full meals every day. No wonder I had 3 wives. They thought I had secret ways. When we got home, the 3 wanted to steam some fish. I stopped them. Why, husband? We cannot eat fish today. Chu Qingqing looked at me with big eyes. The other 2 were starving. They had not eaten since yesterday. But there were many of us now. They felt shy about eating too much. No. All of today's fish go to the town. We will trade them for grain. Only rough grain. Zhou Wan'er raised her brow. She felt happy and complicated at the same time. Happy because I was thinking ahead, saving for the grain tax. Complicated because life would still be hard. Winter was coming. Fewer fish would be in the river. We could not do this every day. But she also knew. As a fallen princess in an enemy land, meeting me was lucky beyond words. Compared to being a brothel girl or a beaten wife traded like food, this life was heaven. Gu Zijian smiled softly. Do not worry. Our husband must have a reason. I reached over and tapped her nose. You are the smartest one. Old world women were not used to being teased like this. Her heart raced. Her cheeks went red. She felt 100 deer running inside. She turned away fast and would not meet my eyes. I did not want to tease the poor girl any longer. I explained my plan. It is not the thief stealing that scares you. It is the thief watching. The world is not safe now. With this much fish at home, we are telling everyone we have food. Hungry people will think bad things. So we must move all this fish out fast. But trading it for grain still tells people we have food, Chu Qingqing said. I smiled. Today I will give that grain to villagers without land. All of it. Until it is gone. Zhou Wanner's eyes lit up. Oh, I get it. You want to grow followers. Build fighters. So when Sun Hu comes, we have men to fight for us. Right? Wrong. I gave her a flat look. As expected from a princess. The first thing she thought of was buying loyalty with food. But hungry people are different. Even after a meal, when danger comes, they will not fight guards for you. People are selfish in any age. And even if you do build followers, this is not how you do it. My plan is to have them work our land. Open up the wild ground for us. Then we can plant grain. We feed them. They work. I already have seeds. I just need land. In times like these, give a man a meal and he works hard. 3 meals a day with rough grain and meat. And people will keep coming. Open wild ground? Eat wild meat? The 3 were lost. But it sounded like the deal between landlords and peasants. But all the good land near the village is owned. Only steep hills and dry land are left. Far from water. Even weeds barely grow. Seeds will not grow into crops. I gave another mysterious smile. Trust me, the wise man has his ways. Just do what I say. I had super potatoes. They could grow on any land. I was not worried about that. My only problem was hands. And hungry workers were the easiest thing to find. Feed them, and they would work themselves to death. Zijian, you have skill and can shoot well. Take the bow and hunt in the hills. When you come back, walk through the village. Tell anyone with no land to come to our house for food. Free meals. Yes, husband, she nodded. Her eyes full of pride. Xingcheng, find Lao Jiang. Ask him to find 2 trusted friends. Take all the fish to town. Trade them for rough grain. Promise him 10 pounds for helping. Take the main road. Let everyone see us going to town with fish. Why Lao Jiang? Why not me and her? Zhou Wanner asked. Lao Jiang is poor, but his uncle works at the office. Even if hungry people see them, no one will rob them. The main road is safer. And we want everyone to know we are trading fish for grain. Then no one thinks we have food at home. Oh, she made a cute sound. Her eyes lit up again. Then me? What do I do? I patted her head. She pulled away gently. I did not mind. She was a princess. It would take time before she would let me close. In my mind, I thought, you not making trouble is enough. Who would dare give the princess work? You stay home with me. We will grow plant seeds. Okay, husband. After everyone got their jobs, Gu Zijian and Chu Qingcheng went to work. I took Zhou Wanner to the cellar. I had hidden my super potatoes there. When she saw the rows of dirt-covered lumps, she made a confused face. What are these dirt balls? Potatoes. You do not know them? I was shocked. The super potatoes were bigger and a different color than normal ones, but still clearly potatoes. How did a princess of Dezhou not know what a potato was? Did royal people never look at farms? What is a potato? She really did not know. I explained slowly. Potatoes, also called earth eggs. Like wheat or rice, they are food. Full of nutrition. You will not understand that word. Just know they fill you up and grow many on each plant. They grow fast too. What? She was shocked again. She held up a big potato in her small hand. But it is all dirt. How do you eat it? Many ways. Steam it. Roast it. Fry it. Even cold with sauce. And it tastes wonderful, amazing. After these few days, she did not doubt me anymore. I was full of mystery and miracles to her. What I did not know was that it was not because Zhou Wanner was a stuck-up princess. In this age, potatoes had not yet come to this part of the world. Even old farmers did not know them. Potatoes only came to old China in the 16th century in my own world's history. Now, what we do is wrap them in wet mud and wait for them to sprout. After they sprout, we cut each into 4 or 5 pieces. Then we plant them. Following my plan, the 2 of us wrapped 91 potatoes in mud. I set 9 aside. Zhou Wanner would steam them so the others could try one when they came back. When the sky grew dark, Gu Zijian came back with a full load of game. 3 rabbits, 2 mountain chickens, and 1 gray lynx. Most hunters would not get this much in a whole week. Like before, a crowd of villagers followed her home. Most were beggars and homeless people. Their clothes were rags, full of dirt and patches. They watched with hungry eyes, hoping to get food from me. Gu Zijian smelled the steamed potatoes and ran straight to the kitchen. Zijian, eat one. They are just hot. Be careful. I wanted to hug her, but she still looked too shy. I just handed her a steamed potato. It is food. Called potato. Very tasty. Joanna was eating one already, sharing what she learned today. Gu Zijin took a bite. The smell of starch filled her mouth. She almost cried with joy. Eat slowly. 3 each. Plenty more. I watched them eat with soft eyes and gave them water. Outside, beggars and landless villagers were gathering around our wall. Gu Zijin had done her job. Now I just needed Chu Qingqing to come home. Trouble. Big trouble. Move aside. A loud voice broke the peace. Lao Jiang came running through the crowd, limping, covered in dust, his face full of fear. Sun Jian? Where is Sun Jian? What happened? I felt a shock through my body. I ran out and saw Lao Jiang full of bruises. A bad feeling hit me. Trouble. He had fallen many times running here. His face was scratched and bruised. What happened? Where is Sister Chu? Zhou Wanner and Gu Zijin came out too, looking around. No sign of Chu Qingqing. We got the grain in town. We were about to borrow donkey carts to come back. On the road we met Sun Hu and his guards on patrol. They said our fish were stolen. I grabbed his collar. They said what? They said they saw you steal fish. They took her back to the office for questioning. I tried to stop them, but I could not. He stamped his feet, helpless. I almost slapped him in my anger. I had not lived here long, but Chu Qingqing was already special to me. Soft and kind. My legal wife. Now in jail. Stolen fish? We caught them ourselves. You. Is your uncle not at the office? Why did he let Sun Hu take her? My uncle works there, but has no real power. At least Sun Hu still respected him enough to let me run here and tell you. Lao Jiang almost cried. He had taken my job and failed. I understand. This is Sun Hu's revenge. I gripped my fists tight. I had thought even Sun Hu would wait for Grain Day. But he struck so fast, in just a few days. Family had always been my weakness, in this life and the last. Sun Hu had touched my line. He would pay 100 times. I am going to the office. Take care of the house. I started to leave. Zhou Wanner blocked my way. You cannot go. Why not? You are afraid for husband. Fine. I will go with him. I will protect him. Gu Zijin stepped forward. Husband, this is a trap with a fake crime. That dog official took our wife in plain daylight. He has decided to fight us. We go to the office and demand her back. The county lord will give us justice. Gu Zijin had a hero's heart. And Chu Qingqing was now her sister. Calm down first. Anger will make things worse, Zhou Wanner said. Think. If Sun Hu dared to take her so openly, he set a trap. He waits for husband to walk in. If we charge in blind, we walk into it. I slowly calmed down. I looked at Zhou Wanner again. Plain clothes, but you could not hide her body and beauty. She was lazy and liked good food, but in big moments, she was the calm one. Without her, I might have walked into Sun Hu's trap. Wait, did she just call me husband? I did not hear wrong, did I? It was so hard to get these 3 to call me husband. Now all 3 had said it. They had accepted me in their hearts. But Chu Qingqing was in jail. This was no time for sweet thoughts. I started to plan. Gu Zijin paced the room, anxious. Zhou Wanner patted her shoulder. Do not worry. Our husband is not an ordinary man. We trust he will think of a way to bring Sister Chu home. Gu Zijin sighed and nodded. I thought hard. From both my lives, I knew one thing. In this age, common people could not fight officials face to face. Even in war times, class lines were strong. Low people often had no rights at all. Getting someone out of jail was almost impossible. If Sun Hu dared to grab Chu Qingqing so openly, he had fake evidence ready. He was not afraid of any complaint. I had no money. I had no high friends. Wait, I had the system. I told Gu Zijin to send the villagers home. Take today's hunt to the village leader. Cook it and share it with all of them. The plan to open wild land for potatoes was still on. Yes, husband, she left to do it. Wanner, take Lao Jiang to the front room. Wait, I need time to think. Alone, I called the system. System, my wife is in jail. In your lottery, is there anything to save her? A way to trick officials. I had 2 options. Find a higher official to free her, or pour all my lottery into strength and break her out at night. The second was crazy. Even at strength 90, I could match top warriors, but no one. The county had hundreds of guards. Once trapped, the city had thousands of soldiers. Strength 90 meant I could beat 100 men, not 10,000. And 4 lottery chances might not even reach 90. That plan was dead. Ding. The system has no such tool. Even the shop has limits on tech items. There is no spell to control minds. That kind of magic does not exist even in your old world. My heart sank. Then I heard Zhou Wanner and Lao Jiang talking outside. Lady Zhou, listen. Do not go to the office. Sun Hu is so bold because he has fake evidence and a strong backer. What backer? 2 weeks ago, the county lord's wife got very sick. He gave all office work to the deputy and the head clerk. That head clerk is Sun Hu's adopted father. They cover for each other. Sun Jin going there means almost certain death. What is wrong with the lord's wife? Even if she is sick, can she not be visited? Lao Jiang scratched his head. I only heard. Something bit her. The wound is full of pus, red and swollen. Many doctors said she is past saving. I jumped up. I ran out and grabbed Lao Jiang. Say that again. He was scared. I said do not go to the office. Not that. The next part. I said they cover for each other. You will die. Damn it. The lord's wife. What is wrong with her? Something bit her. She is dying. The doctors give up. They wait for her to die. I should not even know this. My uncle told me. Does she have high fever? Is she unconscious? Weak pulse. Yes. How did you know? Only Zhou Wanner understood. Her husband had a plan. She stayed quiet and waited. That is bacteria infecting the wound. That makes the fever. Good. So good. Chu Qingqing can be saved. I almost shouted with joy. What bacteria? What fire? Lao Jiang was lost. Lao Jiang, do me one more favor. The 10 pounds of grain are still yours. This is my fault. I did not protect Lady Chu. I am poor, but I have face. Not 1 favor, 10 favors. But I cannot take the grain. Then come with me to the city now. Take me to your uncle. Tell him to take us to the county lord. I think I can save his wife. If I fail, I give my own head. What? He was stunned. So was Zhou Wanner. Did her husband know medicine too? Stop staring. I would not say it if I was not sure. Hurry. I am going too, Zhou Wanner said. Husband, take me too. It is dark. There are bandits on the night roads. We protect each other. Gu Zijin shook her sword. I worried about danger. But I also worried about leaving them alone. I agreed. Fine. All of us. Lao Jiang did not argue. He borrowed a donkey cart from the village leader. We rode to the city. The night was dark, but we got there safely. Lao Jiang's uncle was Wang Yuren. He worked at the post office. Not a powerful job. He carried mail and met visiting officials. But he could introduce us to the county lord. Without him, we would be beaten away at the gate. But when Wang heard our plan, his face went red with anger. Madness. I had my strong antibiotics from the system gift. The lord's wife had infection. This was a chance. Save her, and the lord would owe me. Then I could ask for Chu Qingqing's freedom. But first I had to get past this man and into the lord's house. Easier said than done. He can heal? Do not think this old man does not know him. Wang Yuren snorted. This boy is Sun Jian. He passed the scholar test 7 years ago, but he is lazy and useless. If he knows medicine, then pigs can climb trees. He wants to see the county lord? Get out of my post house. Uncle. Lao Jiang tried to defend me, but I cut in. Mr. Wang, you are talking nonsense. Pigs climbing trees aside, you are not me. How can you know what I can do? You are an educated man. You should know the saying that those who know do not speak loud, and those who speak loud do not know. You have never seen me practice medicine. How can you say I cannot? He could not answer. I pushed harder. May I ask, the county lord's wife is dying. All the doctors have given up. Yes, yes, a doctor does not care about old methods. Only what works. Yes, yes, I promise on my own head today. I can save her. But you keep stopping me. We can leave. But if I really can save her later, then who killed her? You? Or the sickness? He had no words. I heard many doctors come even when they fail and still get paid. I am sure I can do it. Why do you turn me away? My head is on the line if I fail. Mine too, Gu Zijin stepped forward. And mine, Zhou Wanner said. The two of them had only known me a short time, but they had seen many strange things from me. Magic noodles, magic bows, magic fishing rods, magic potatoes. None were normal things. Even if I failed, they would be in trouble too. They might as well bet on me. There was no shortage of miracles around me. And me. Lao Jiang stood up after thinking. Count me too. That meant 5 heads on the line. Wang sighed long. Fine, I will take you. But remember, if anything goes wrong, even I cannot escape blame. Do not worry, Mr. Wang. Nothing will go wrong. I smiled with confidence. It was just a wound infection with high fever. I would not believe one shot of strong antibiotics could not fix it, or one shot of strong adrenaline. After my shot, the old lady would jump out of bed and run. She might even lift weights. Weights did not exist here yet. Wong took me in as a doctor with family medicine. I met the county lord easily. Zhou Wanner and the others waited in another room. We crossed yards and halls. The lord was waiting in his study. His name was Wang Muji, over 50 years old. Square face, short beard, big eyes. People said he was a good lord. Smart with a brush, also good on horseback. But because of his wife, he looked old and tired now. Gray streaks in his hair. No spirit left. After a short greeting, he asked, "Where is your home? Family medicine? What were your parents called?" I made up a story fast. Parents were refugees who came here and starved years ago. No famous names, but our family treated this kind of sickness. Wang almost died of fear listening. If the Lord found out the lie, even our heads would not be safe. How is the lady now? The longer the sickness, the harder to treat. Please take me to her. I did not want to talk more. Chu Qingcheng was still in jail. My wife is in deep sleep now. Pulse and breath very weak. Yesterday, even medicine could not go down. The Lord's eyes were empty. "Sir, are you sure? If not, please do not try." The doctors said today is her last day. Wang got cold sweat again. Pulse weak, breath weak, cannot swallow. How was I to save her? This was not healing. This was stealing a soul back from the king of the dead. He shook his head at me. We could still leave. But I smiled. "If you trust me, sir, I can try. I cannot say 100%, but she will not die today." "You mean it?" "Yes. If she, not possible." I cut him off. The Lord stared at me for a long time. "Fine. Follow me." He led us to a room in the inner house. I had prepared myself, but seeing the old lady made me cold inside. Tired, did not say it. Dying, did not say it. She had only the breath going in, nothing coming out. Her body was getting cold. Pulse and breath were almost gone. I checked her pulse and stood up. My face was tight. This was not healing. This was a battle with death itself. Looking at the old lady, I knew the truth. If I had come even 1 hour later, no machine from my old century could save her. I had thought one shot of strong antibiotics would do it. Now I would also need a strong adrenaline shot. "How is she?" The Lord saw my face and his voice trembled. He knew her state. 2 doctors that morning had told him she would not live past noon. Even a goddess could not save her. He should prepare for her death. But he still wanted a miracle, even if hope was tiny. I sighed and put on a wise, mysterious face. Not for show. I needed to give her a shot. I could not just tell the Lord to pull off his wife's pants for an injection. In this age, men and women could not even touch through cloth. Saving lives needed silk veils between them. I made strange motions with my fingers and mumbled words. The Lord and Wang were lost. I did not look like a doctor. I looked like a fortune teller. Were they watching a magic ritual? They held their breath, scared to disturb me. Finally, I sighed deeply. There is one chance left. I can try. The Lord's eyes lit up. His body shook. If this young man could save his almost dead wife, he would give him anything, even his own life. But I held back to set the hook deeper. But what? Anything. Any cost. I sighed again. It is complicated. To save your lady, I must give up 10 years of my own life. I almost said her soul had been taken, and I had to walk to the underworld to bring her back. But that was too much, even for this old world. So I went with this story instead. I wanted the Lord to feel he owed me. It worked. He cupped his hands and bowed to me. "Great healer, please save my wife. Anything you want, if I can do it, I will." Even with my own life, I helped him stand up. "Sir, no need for that. Saving a life is the highest good. You are a good, honest official. 10 years, 20 years, I would still do it." I almost believed my own lies. This sickness is unusual. I will use needles. If anything seems wrong, please be patient. Whatever it takes. I stood by the bed. From inside my robe, I pulled out many syringes. I had used one normal lottery on the road for medical supplies. The system gave me these. The Lord and Wang stared. They had never seen a syringe. Clear tubes with marks and unknown liquid inside. They were stunned. "These are family soul return needles. Do not disturb me. I need quiet." I had the Lord lift the lady's clothes. To avoid touching skin, he placed thin silk over her where I would inject. Each needle had safe nutrients the system said were harmless either way. I stuck them in her arms and legs. I did not know any pressure points. I just thought, if I do not stab her dead, it is fine. These were just to set up the main shots. Then I quietly took out the strong adrenaline and strong antibiotics from my bag and gave them to her in the side of her thigh. Done. I pulled out all the needles and put them away. I sat down. That is it. The Lord could not believe it. He had never seen healing like this. His wife was half through death's gate. A few sticks and it was done. Wang's forehead never stopped sweating. He was terrified of bringing me here. I trusted my system medicine. I sipped tea calmly. In less time than burning a stick of incense, your wife will wake. What? The Lord was shocked again. Was this kid playing him? I shrugged. Do not believe me? Are there other doctors here? Yes. 3 are waiting in the back. Then bring them in after 1 stick of incense burns. They can check her pulse. The Lord was quiet for a long moment, then called the 3 doctors. Time passed. The 3 came one by one to check her pulse. After they checked, their faces all changed in the same way. From sneering at me, a young fool, to wide eyes and cold sweat. They all knew her sickness. They all knew her oil lamp was running out. But now, that morning the lady had shown the last flicker before death. But now in the evening, her pulse was getting strong. Her breath even. The last flicker did not happen twice. Who was this young man? How did he know how to bring people back from the dead? The Lord was no fool. He saw their faces. He ran to feel his wife's pulse himself. It really worked? Wang understood now. I had not been bragging. He had judged me with a small mind. The Lord checked again with the doctors. His wife was getting better. She would wake soon. I spoke calmly. I told you no problem. Do you believe me now? Then he fixed his clothes and dropped to one knee. He cupped his hands at me. Please, Savior, accept my bow. That scared me. I rushed to lift him up. Sir, what are you doing? You are a county lord. I am only a poor man. This is not right. No, right now there is no class between us. Only my Savior and me. Without you, my wife would have died today. My wife is my life. Saving her is saving me. Please accept my bow. He bowed again. So much old-fashioned ceremony. I had no idea how to handle it. I lifted him up again. Wang shook off his shock and added praise. Who knew my nephew's village had such a great healer? May I ask who your teacher was? I gave him a flat look. The old man was rubbing his name in. He wanted the Lord to remember he had brought me. My teacher travels the mountains. He hides his name. He told me not to share it. A wonder. A true wonder. Please, sir, wait. I will have dinner prepared. The Lord and Wang flattered me to the sky. If I had not been worried about Chu Qingcheng, they could have praised me until midnight. When the moment was right, I made my request. Sir, I have a thing to ask. What is it? I told him everything. Chu Qingcheng going to the city to trade fish for grain. Sun Hu and the guards killing my ox and eating it. The Lord was a good official. He had been in Hongnon County only a few years. He had heard rumors about Sun Hu but never had proof. After hearing me, his beard shook with anger. He did not even call Lao Jiang to confirm. He would get justice for me right now. So we 3 went together. The Lord called several house guards, and we marched straight to the jail. Inside the jail, Chu Qingcheng was curled up against the wall, her face full of fear, her body shaking. She watched a man come closer. Stop. Do not come near me. What do you want? What do you think I want? Sun Hu had a dirty smile, his eyes full of want. What soft skin. I do not know how that useless man got lucky enough to marry you. Maybe a starving man wants 2 weeks of joy with a beauty before he dies. With a body like yours, a face like yours, who would not? He crouched down to touch her. She kicked him hard and ran to the bars. Help! Someone help! Spirited. I like that. More fun this way. He stood up and brushed off his clothes. All the guards are out drinking with my brother. This is the jail. Scream all you want. No one will come. Big chest. Big hips. So white. The best of the best. Chu Qingcheng kept moving away. But the room was small. There was nowhere to go. Husband, husband, stop calling that useless man. What can he do? Come save you here? With his starving body, he could barely walk this far. Wait. Grain day comes soon. After his head rolls, I will take your 2 sister wives too. He got more excited and jumped on her. He pinned her down and started to pull at her clothes. Just give in. I will treat you well. Good food and wine. She fought, but she was weak. She could not push him off. To keep her honor and her husband's, she got ready to bite her own tongue. My husband will not let you go. Him? Even with 10 more guts, he would not dare come here. He should look at himself. I do him a favor by taking his woman. I will kill him sooner or later. That is when he heard footsteps. And my voice. Is that so? I do not need your guts. I am here. Let us see how you kill me. Sun Hu looked up. He saw me, Wang, and the county lord at the bars. The guards were unlocking the door. Husband, Chu Qingqing cried with joy. While Sun Hu was distracted, she kicked him hard between the legs. He screamed. She ran to me. I caught her. My anger was cold and ready. Sun Hu's last day had come. She fell into my arms. We held each other tight. All the fear and pain came out of her at once. Her body shook as she cried, like a hurt kitten in my arms. My arms were her safe place. She did not want to leave them. Husband, it is okay. You are safe now. Do not be scared. I held her gently and stroked her back. Sun Hu fought through the pain in his groin and stood up. Lord Wang, why are you here? His face was full of cold sweat. He could not figure out how I got here with the county lord. Sun Hu, Captain Sun, if I had not seen this with my own eyes, I would not believe such filth worked under me. The lord's face was red with fury. Sun Hu dropped to his knees. It is a misunderstanding, sir. Misunderstanding? In just a few years of my office, this is what happens? You want the chopping block, sir? Aye. Then he turned and pointed at me. He shouted, it is you. You set this up. You framed me. Sir, do not believe his words alone. Silent. I saw it with my own eyes. Mr. Wang saw it too. You still try to lie. The Lord called his guards. They held Sun Hu down. He tried to fight back. The Lord did not allow it. Sun Hu, resist now and you die for sure. Sun Hu deflated like a punctured ball. He knew the rules. He was just a small captain. The Lord was far above him. Class 9 versus Class 7. Power, position, everything against him. If he fought now, even running away meant the law would catch him. In that moment he was lost. Half a life of hard work to become captain. Now gone in one night. Maybe years in jail. Damn that Sun Jian. How deep did he hide his power? How did he get the Lord on his side so fast? His eyes burned with hate. Wait. I let go of Chu Qingsheng and walked forward. Sun Hu yelled. Sun Jian, who said you can speak here? Even if I am being framed, the Lord decides my punishment, not a peasant like you. I liked his stubborn attitude. I turned to the Lord. Before you punish him, give me 10 minutes. Sun Hu laughed. Huh. A peasant giving orders to a county lord. The Lord cut him off. Sir, please go ahead. The Lord even bowed slightly to me. Sun Hu's mind almost broke. A county lord bowing to a poor man? Who was Sun Jian really? What was happening? For a moment, he thought he was dreaming, until I crouched down and slapped him hard across the face. Slap. A red handprint burned on his cheek. Pain shot through his head. His body shook. Blood at the corner of his mouth. If not for his fighting training, the slap alone would have knocked him out. Not so proud now. I grabbed his red swollen cheek and twisted hard. He screamed. My strength was now far above normal. I could have ripped his face apart. 10 guts to fight me? Slap. Telling me to look at myself? Slap. Going to kill me sooner or later? Slap. Each time he spoke his words back, I hit him again. Wang and the Lord stood like stone, watching, saying nothing. 4 or 5 slaps. His teeth were almost gone. Blood and spit dripped down his chin. I held my power back, just enough to keep him awake. People like him deserve this. Use your own words to remember. Cross the wrong man and death is close. I stood and looked at Chu Qingqing. I smiled. Watch. Husband gets revenge for you. Then I kicked Sun Hu hard in the stomach. He flew out of the guard's grip, hit the wall, and went out cold. Chu Qingqing covered her mouth, but her eyes were full of love and warmth for me. Sorry, my lord. I lost control. I turned to apologize. I had hit a man in front of an official. The Lord pretended not to see anything. He turned to Wang. Did you see anything, Wang? No? Nothing. The prisoner's son who hurt himself trying to fight. I felt thankful. 2 old officials covering for me. I held Chu Qingqing tight again. So beautiful. She rested in my arms like a bird against me. Her soft body pressed against mine. My belly grew warm. The feeling was wonderful. If this beast did this, who knows how many other crimes he committed? Investigate everything. The county lord was furious. He turned to Wang. Mr. Wang, sir, throw him in jail. Deputy Gao will handle this case. Pull out every rotten root. Yes, Wang felt happy. He looked at me with thanks. Before this, he would never have gotten such an important job. I had given him a chance. When everything was done, I asked the Lord if my wife and I could leave. He said he had a feast ready for me. He had to thank me for saving his wife. I refused gently. I had my own plans. Then I will not keep you. Sir, I will never forget what you did for me. When I finish my work, I will visit you to thank you in person. He told Wang to pick the best horses and guards to take me home. He gave Wang some looks. Wang understood. He was an old official. Yes, sir. After the jail, Chu Qingsheng came with us to Wang's house. I wondered why we were not going to the post house. When we got there, I found Lao Jiang waiting, and Gu Zijian and Zhou Wan'er were inside, walking back and forth in worry. Wang told me he had sent for them while we went to the jail. He wanted to surprise me. The post house had too many other people, and he did not want my wives uncomfortable. When my two wives saw me come back safe, with Chu Qingsheng unharmed, they were so happy. Gu Zijian's eyes turned red. Tears came down. She rushed to hug me and check me for wounds. Zhou Wan'er was excited too, but she did not show it as much. She just held Chu Qingsheng's hand and asked her gentle questions. Zhou Wan'er still had not called me husband. She still kept her distance. I did not mind. From the day she came home, she always held herself like that. Most people thought she was hiding her past. Only I, with the system, knew she was a princess holding on to her pride. The wise friend sees through, but does not speak. Mr. Sun, the night is late. Roads are not safe. Please stay at my poor house tonight. In the morning my men will take you home. Wang cupped his hands and bowed to me. Very polite. The whole room froze. Lao Jiang, Zhou Wan'er, and Gu Zijian stared. Sir? Mr. Sun? I instead of this person? When we had come to Wang's house earlier, he had been proud and rude. He had looked down on me. Now he was completely different. Lao Jiang's mouth fell open. He knew his uncle's proud nature. He had never seen him treat a poor man like this. I agreed to stay. Wang was fast. He had a room ready. He had hot water for us to soak our feet before bed. Back in the room, the three were happy. We had passed through this trouble. I sat on the bed and looked around the small room. A post officer is on the official list. Why is his house so old? Zhou Wan'er sighed. There is war everywhere. For kingdoms fight. Bandits roam. The fields grow nothing. This is not bad. Other officers may not even have full meals. A small post officer like him, even the county lord, may live just like this. Be glad. Oh? You seem to know a lot. I caught her words and teased her on purpose. The other two looked at her with curious eyes. She was startled. Her cheeks went red, like a scared rabbit. I am only a woman. What do I know? I just heard others talk. Oh, I see. I smiled at her with meaning. Since coming home with me, she had never gotten close. She had not even called me husband once. She had some feeling for me, but anyone could see she was strange. Without my system, I would never have known she was a princess of Dezhou. She was raised soft, spoiled. The kind people in my old world would call princess sickness. Hard to win over. But she was already my wife in name. If she wanted to play it cool and hide, fine. The wise friend sees through, but does not speak. Husband, did you really save the county lord's wife? Gu Zijian was more curious about how I got Chu Qingsheng out unharmed. Yes. Why else would Wang treat you like this? Zhou Wan'er joined in. They could think of no other reason. Chu Qingsheng was sharp. She put it together. Not just Wang. The county lord himself called husband Mr. Sunday. He treated him as a high guest. Wow. Gu Zijian's eyes sparkled with awe. To be treated like this, the lord's wife must have been very sick. All doctors gave up. Husband saved her, then asked for me as the price. Chu Qingsheng worked it out quickly. Husband, you are amazing. You know so many things. Even medicine. Husband, are you really just a normal villager? She held my hand and looked at me with stars in her eyes. Her sudden warmth made me a bit shy. Cough. As long as you are safe, I am just a normal villager. Born and raised. As if anyone believes that, Zhou Wan'er muttered. Enough talk. Wives, time for bed. I took off my shoes and got on the bed. I started taking off my clothes. I went bare on top. Chu Qingsheng and Gu Zijian went red and looked away. Zhou Wan'er covered her eyes. What? What are you doing? Why are you naked? Why not? I did not care. I even took off my underwear. This bed is big enough for 4. We are husband and wives. The office has it on paper. I pay 150 pounds of grain a month for this. So why can I not take off my clothes? Is it against the law? I am tired. I am not sleeping on the floor. None of you are either. All of you on the bed. No. We will sleep on the floor. Zhou Wan'er grabbed Gu Zijian's arm with a proud face. Gu Zijian was actually shy too. She was not against sleeping with me. But as a woman, she could not just say she wanted to. That was too embarrassing. If I had pulled her up myself, she might have agreed. I shook my head. 3 wives in one night was hard. Maybe one at a time was better. I asked, then how do you sleep? Gu's sister and I sleep here. I will get bedding for the floor. You take Chu's sister. She stuck out her tongue at me and went to get blankets from the next room. Chu Qingsheng was as red as a tomato all the way to her neck. She did not move. Maybe I should drop it. Let all 3 sleep on the bed. I would take the floor again. Even my thick face felt awkward making her share with me when the other 2 could see. Forget it. You 3 take the bed. I will take the floor. I started putting my clothes back on. The 3 froze. Chu Qingcheng said softly, husband, sleep on the bed. You are tired today. If you do not want me, I can sleep on the floor with the sisters. What? When did I not want you? I sat up and pulled her close. I held her hand. If you do not mind me, why will you not sleep with me? Tears came down her face. Hey, why are you crying? Do not cry. I panicked. I tried to explain. If I did not want you, would I have put my own head on the line to save the Lord's wife? I know husband is good to me. I know you are not normal. Marrying you is the biggest blessing of my life. Silly girl. So sweetly silly. I wiped her tears and pulled her into my arms. Marrying you is my blessing too. That simple line touched her deeply. Her eyes filled with love. The other 2 watched. Gu Zijin felt sour, but said nothing. Zhou Wan'er turned away to hide her own complicated feelings about me. A beautiful woman in my arms. Soft and warm. The fire in me was lit. I picked her up and carried her to the bed. She buried her face in my chest. I pulled the blanket over us, touching her body, her soft skin like snow, her perfect shape, her breathing close to mine. Even in my old world, she would be a goddess. Gu Zijian heard the soft sounds and saw the clothes coming off through the blanket. Her hands curled tight, her eyes red. Zhou Wan'er felt sour too, but she handled it better. She patted Gu Zijian's shoulder gently. The lamp went out. I was with Chu Qingqing now, fully open to each other. The bed shook softly with happy sounds. Zhou Wan'er and Gu Zijian could not sleep all night. So many feelings inside them. This man was strange and full of magic. Without knowing it, they had fallen in deep too. Zhou Wan'er knew one thing for sure. If she wanted to go back home to Dezhou, 600 miles away, only this man could help her. Gu Zijian thought differently. She was not stuck on who I was. She wondered if she should fully give herself to me. Let me help her get revenge. Or clear her family's name from the rebel list. We were married in name, but if she did not accept it, I could not force her. Yet day by day, she felt more for me. He felt like her destined man. She made a quiet promise to herself. If he could clear my family's name, I will serve him forever, even as a servant. The night passed. I woke up late. The sky was bright. The 3 women had been up early, but let me sleep in. Husband, you are awake. Gu Zijin came in and saw me dressing. Her face went red. She came to help me with my clothes. Her sudden warmth confused me. Maybe last night had been loud and stirred them up. Maybe they wanted their share of the rain too. Where are the other 2? They went to help with breakfast early. Food is ready. We all ate. We were waiting for you. Gu Zijin helped me dress and took me to the next room. Chu Qingqing and Zhou Wan'er were there. When they saw me, both turned red and waved me over to eat. When we left Wang's house, I noticed Lao Jiang was gone. He had not been around since last night. But this was his uncle's house, so I did not ask. Wang and his men had horses, a cart, and guards ready. The cart was loaded with supplies and grain. Wang told me the county lord had sent these. He could not give me gold or silver yet, but this should help my life. I counted 300 pounds of grain. That covered our family's grain tax for 2 whole months. I was very happy. There was even a wooden sign carved with Hero's Family. Wang said with this much grain at home, beggars might come for it. The sign would tell people to keep away. The Lord had thought of everything. Even guards to take us home. Of course I accepted. I took my 3 wives home. What I did not know was that the story of how I saved his wife with magic medicine had spread far and wide. We got back to the village in the evening. As soon as we got off the cart, I saw a crowd at my front gate. What is this? Why are you all at my door? When they saw me, they made a path. Their eyes were full of envy now, not the old hate. Strange. What happened to them? Did they all get sick at once? Then Lao Jiang came running out, his face dirty. He held a bricklayer's tool. Sun Jian, you are back. What do you think? He pointed behind him at my house. My eyes lit up. The broken house was gone. The yard with holes was gone. The whole house had been fixed up. Earth bricks and clay tiles, but it looked clean and solid now. The walls were taller and stronger. The gate was thick wood. It looked grand and could keep thieves out. Wow. The three got off the cart and saw it. They were so happy. What is this? I was happy and confused. Lao Jiang scratched his head. The county lord told my uncle to do this. As a surprise, I understood now. Wang had given Lao Jiang 20 pounds of grain and a fast horse yesterday. He told him to buy supplies, hire men, and finish before I came home. That is why Lao Jiang had vanished last night. He had ridden home fast to fix my house. The new home felt good. Lao Jiang had even turned the next room into a guest room. From now on, even if my wives did not share my bed, they did not have to sleep on the floor. After the hero's family sign went up, people stood at my door every day. I had thought my story would only be known by a few in this slow news age. I was wrong. In a few days, my name was famous in the villages around. Every day, a new version came out. Some said gods taught me medicine in dreams. Some said I had trained in dark magic deep in the mountains. Neighbors who never visited started visiting. Most were village women. They tried to get close to my wives. Zhou Waner did not like this. So Chu Qingxing and Gu Zijian handled most visitors. People came to borrow grain. People came with gifts. People came to beg. Even the village leader who had insulted me before came 2 or 3 times with sweet words. A starving boy who now had ties to the county lord. Who would dare cross him? Better to please him fast and hope not to get punished for old grudges. I did not care about all this changed behavior. People always followed power. As long as they did not block my plans, fine. Now that I had fame, hiring workers and opening land would be easier. I had not been idle these days. I had the 3 help me grow the super potato shoots. The super potatoes sprouted very fast. From a few hundred plants, we now had nearly 10,000. The yard was full of them. Using my old farming memories, I figured 1 acre could hold 4,000 normal plants. But our land would be hill land. And the super potatoes were big. One was as big as 4 normal ones. So 500 plants per acre. That meant about 17 or 18 acres of wild land to open. Open 17 or 18 acres. Plus prepare, plant, water, and harvest. I need at least 20 workers. 20 men eat 10 pounds of grain a day. 300 pounds a month. Plus, I muttered to myself, husband, drink some water. Chu Qingsheng held out a cup with a soft smile. She rested her chin on her hand and watched me. So sweet. The door creaked open. Gu Zijin came in. Husband, Lao Jiang is here. Sounds like he is done. Let him in. Lao Jiang came in. How is it going? All set up. 20 workers. Young and willing to work hard. They are at the gate now. All hungry. Each one thinner than me. That is fine. Feed them today. Full bellies make good workers. I had already told my wives to cook a meat porridge and steam grain buns for them. I was not a cruel boss. Good work, Lao Jiang. I gave you the job 2 days ago, and it is done already. I patted his shoulder. Do not praise me. There is famine. Landless people are everywhere. Just feed them and they will do anything. He gave his report. He had earned the 10 pounds of grain. But what? He sighed. Many people came. But most are women and children. Their husbands could not pay grain, so the army took them. I felt bad for them. But this is heavy work. Women and children just eat for nothing. I looked at him with new eyes. He had a kind heart. But I did not. I just wanted my own family fed. When I was almost starving, no one helped me. So I would not save the world. Did you bring tools? Yes. Some wooden shovels and wooden picks. He held them up. My God, these are useless. They would break trying to scoop dog poop. Even normal land was too hard for these. Hill land with stones was worse. This is what we have. Anyone with iron tools sold them long ago for grain. I shook my head. Forget the wooden ones. And you do not have enough. Do not worry about tools. I will have iron tools ready before we open the land. I had 3 lottery chances left. This was nothing. Lao Jiang made a doubting face again. 20 iron farm tools. Real iron. Iron was very valuable. You could not hide that many. Did I bring them from the city? But I had not seen any. He could not figure it out. So he stopped trying. Miracles followed me. If I said I had them, I had them. Fine. But Sun Jian, that thing you said, can it really be ready in 1 month? What? You doubt me again. It just sounds crazy. I worry you feed all these people, waste all this grain, and harvest nothing. Even with the Lord on your side, grain tax day comes. The army needs grain. If you cannot pay, even the Lord cannot save you. I patted his shoulder. Stop worrying. Get them fed and get to work. You will get your share. Ching Chung, Zijian. Go eat with Wanner. I want to be alone to think. Yes, husband. Alone, I opened the system. The numbers shocked me. Zhou Wanner favor was now 32. Up by 7. Gu Zijian favor was now 37. Up by 10. Chu Qingxing favor was now 49. Up by 15. Why so much without telling me? Ding. The system told you before. Notices and rewards only come at 10, 20, and 50-point marks. Right. I forgot. 50 is the system limit. After 50, the person becomes loyal to you forever. Their feelings will not change. Then the system will bind to a new target. Oh, good. I nodded. Then a cold sweat hit me. Wait. Do not bind me to Lao Jiang or Sun Hao. I would rather die than win their love. The system almost gave up on me. No. The system only picks people connected to you. When the system grows higher, you will get 5 favor targets at once. I felt better. So all 3 already loved me, just at different deepness. Good news. I checked my stats. Strength 68, Speed 50, Brain 80, Charm 70. Items, 19 strong antibiotics, 9 fishing rods, for bows with 90 arrows, 9 adrenaline shots. Lottery, 2 rare and 1 epic. 2 days, 12 hours, 58 minutes left, or they vanish. Charm went up 10. Maybe from fame. Use 1 rare lottery. Category, farm tools. Ding. Rare lottery open. Choose quantity or quality. Quantity. Fancy quality is no good to me. I had used both normal lottery chances on the Lord's wife. So I had to spend a rare one on tools. A waste, but no other way. You get 100 sets of fine iron farm tools. Now in your bag. Use the other rare lottery. Category, grain seeds and vegetable seeds. Quantity again, ding. You get 100 large bags of fine grain seeds and organic vegetable seeds. Now in your bag. System lottery items can be stored long-term. I closed the system. The seeds could wait. After 2 harvests of super potatoes, food would not be a problem. Then I could plant the seeds. I pulled out 10 iron shovels, 10 iron rakes, 10 hoes, and 5 iron plows from my bag. I called everyone in. When the 3 wives and Lao Jiang saw all the iron tools just sitting there, they were stunned again. This, Lao Jiang almost stuttered to death. He held the tools and stared at me with his mouth open. How? Where did these come from? I crossed my arms. Do not ask. Just say I know fairy magic. The wives looked at each other. They were now sure I was no normal man. Maybe a fallen god. Not a demon, because demons would not be this poor. They got past their shock fast. After enough miracles, you stop being surprised. Stop chatting. I am giving these tools to you. The job is yours. After harvest, you take 30%. I will wait 1 month for the harvest. I patted his shoulder. He pinched himself. He felt the pain. Not a dream. He looked at me like I was a god of the soil. He stopped wondering if I had magic. If I did, then a 1-month harvest was probably real too. He would get rich. He picked up the tools and started moving them outside. The grain shortage was solved. Vegetables and nutrition would not be a problem either. I planned to rest a few days before my next plan. But I forgot. Famous men attract trouble like fat pigs attract slaughter. War years brought refugees and bandits. The hero's family, sign kept beggars away, but not bandits. That night, I was joking around with my wives, building closer feelings. Then there was a sound outside. Crash, scatter. Husband. Someone is there, Gu Zijian noticed first. Not a stray cat. Someone was climbing into our yard. Maybe a starving person came for food, Zhou Wanner asked softly. No. Too late. Starving people would not have the strength to climb our wall. I stayed calm. He is right. At night, climbing walls means a thief or a bandit, Gu Zijian said. Chu Qingxing covered her mouth. She held me. Zhou Wanner was scared too. Only Gu Zijian was steady. The room went quiet. I will look. She picked up her sword. I grabbed her hand. Too dangerous. Let me go. A few simple words, but they warmed her heart. Before she could respond, I had pushed open the door. A sharp dagger came flying at my face. Too close. Too fast. I could not dodge fully. I just turned my head. The blade scraped my neck. Hot blood ran down. The man wore black with a mask. I could not see who. A cold flash, then strong pain. Damn it. I had one chance while he was open. I kicked his stomach hard. He flew back 5 steps and hit the ground. The 3 rushed to my back. They asked if I was hurt. I touched my neck. Blood on my fingers. I covered the wound. Skin only. I am okay, damn. If I had not used the system to boost my strength, that hit could have killed me. Who was this? Why come to kill me at night? I thought through my enemies. Only Sun Hao and Sun Hu came to mind. But both were locked up by the Lord by now. Chu Qingsheng tore her cloth and pressed it to my neck. Her eyes hurting for me. Gu Zijian grabbed her sword and rushed at the man in black. Hurt her loved one, and you do not leave. Zhou Wanner did not know what to do. I will get medicine for cuts. Husband, does it hurt? Some. Not too bad. I watched Gu Zijian fight the man in black. She had the upper hand right away. After a few moves, she kicked him down. This time she stomped on his back and put her sword to his throat. Lady, please. Mercy. You hurt my husband. You almost killed him. Why should I spare you? She pressed the sword harder. Blood ran down his throat. No. Do not kill me, Zijian. Wait. I walked over and pulled off his mask. The man was about 35. A hard face. Big cheekbones. A long scar from his right eye to his ear. Not a good man. Who are you? Why come at night? To kill me? I stepped on his face. No need for politeness with this kind. Art, he screamed. My patience runs short. I count to 3. If you do not speak, I kill you and report to the office. 1. I will talk. I will talk. Do not kill me. Speak. I moved my foot to his chest. My name is Scar. People call me Little Knife. I came to scout. Scout? They. Gu Zijian had not heard the word. Husband, what is scout? Chu Qingxing asked too. Wow, you do not know? Scout means to gather information, Zhou Wanner said. Chu Qingxing got brave. Where are you from? Who do you scout for? She looked so cute and fierce I almost kissed her right there. But one hand was on my wound. I am from Wolfhead Mountain. Wolfhead Mountain, the name sounded familiar. I checked my old memory. Then I knew. Damn, that is the Bandit Mountain. It was about 40 kilometers west of our village. A real bandit mountain. Hundreds of bandits. Robbing, killing, taking everything. A few years ago, they had only robbed rich people. After De Qian and De Zhou went to war, plus other kingdoms joining in, plus famine, even rich families had no food. Soldiers guarded the city. So the bandits started hitting villages instead. Survival made everyone selfish. Forget honor. Just rob anyone with grain. Bandits. Chu Qingxing got scared and hid behind me. Zhou Wanner frowned. Only Gu Zijian and I stayed calm. Bandits. So what? Kill him today. No need to report. The bandits will not know. She raised her sword. Wait. I stopped her again. Why, husband? He almost killed you. He is a bandit. We cannot let him go, I sighed. Killing him now hurts us. You are not from here. You do not know, there are bandits west of us. There is also Tiger Plate Mountain to the north. About 1,007 or 800 men. 80 kilometers away. This man is just a scout. When bandits send out scouts, dead or alive, they raid soon. He is in our village. Our village cannot escape. Even Gu Zijian was shocked. The other two too. Big brother, you really know our world. The bandit even praised me. Even if you kill me, they will come. Better let me go. I will tell them no grain, no women here. Stay quiet. Gu Zijian kicked him hard between the legs. He screamed. Husband, what now? Should we report to the office? Zhou Wanner joined in. Yes. You are the Lord's hero. He will help you. Huh. If reports worked, the bandits would not have lasted years. I gave a cold sound. But husband, is the Lord not a good man? Why does he let bandits roam? I sighed and explained. The Lord has been here only 2 years. The bandits have been here over 6. Their roots are deep. Plus we are close to the Dezhou border. 300 kilometers. The strong men are taken for the army. The few guards left can barely protect the city. They have no time for faraway bandits. And these bandit hideouts are outside our county. The Lord has no power there. Plus our county still has people starving every day. No money, no grain. Even with good hearts, officials cannot do much. Hiding is not the answer. Move out today, but when do we come back? If we move forever, we have no home in the city. We cannot live in someone else's house forever. Zhou Wanner was sharp. She knew I had a plan. So what do you mean? When trouble comes, we deal with it. That made the 3 feel safe again. I had a plan. They just had to trust me. Then my next words broke that calm. Since they came to me, those 2 bandit mountains do not need to exist anymore. What? The 3 said it together. Frozen. Even the bandit on the ground was stunned. This man was crazy. Wipe out their bandit groups? Insane. With what? In this world, even a child knew the rule. To take a fort, you need 3 times the men around it, 5 times to attack. And those have to be trained soldiers. Tiger Plate Mountain had 2,000 bandits. Wolfhead 500. Together, near 3,000. Even with all the city guards, we did not have 3,000 men. Bandits were killers. Each one had blood on his hands. What I said was a joke. What? Why are you all looking at me like that? I looked around. They all stared at me strangely. Husband, you want to wipe out the bandits? Yes. What is the problem? They have been there for years. Several thousand of them. I shrugged. Few thousand? A few 10,000 and I would still wipe them out. I walked out. Bring him. We are seeing the village leader. They came after me, still in shock. Joanna stared at my back the whole walk. She could not figure out how I would do this. From everything I had done, I was not a man who bragged for nothing. I was a rare genius. Magic medicine. Strange tools. Powerful weapons. A name worth writing in books. But still, I had a normal body. Bandits could cut me. I was bleeding right now. How could I beat thousands of cruel killers? Gu Zijian and Chu Qingsheng were less worried about my plan and more worried about my wound. Do not worry. Husband fights well. Sister Zhou and I have seen it. Gu Zijian comforted Chu Qingsheng. We came to the village leader's son, Liang Ji's house. He and his wife rushed out to meet us. Leader, no need to bring tea. I do not like long talk. I will say it straight. This man is a Wolfhead Mountain bandit. He came to scout our village. I caught him. They will raid us within 5 days. What do you think? What? Bandits? Wolfhead Mountain. The leader was scared. He looked at the man with terror. I kicked the bandit. Show the leader your proof. Big brother, I am a bandit. Shut up. Just answer. One extra word and I cut your tongue. The bandit shut up fast. He had thought he might escape from village people. But this man was different. Not a normal villager. He was scary. He pulled up his sleeve. A wolf head tattoo on his arm. The leader stumbled back and sat hard on a stone mill. He could not speak. He had lived here almost 50 years. He knew that mark. Done. We are marked. I leaned in. The leader and his wife were sweating. Heavens. So scared? Really, how? How can we not be scared? Our village is marked. Stop panicking. I came to talk about this. I have a way to handle the bandits. But I need your help. Run, Sun Jian. Tell the village to hide in the back hills. Bring food. Hey, old man. Did you hear what I said? I gave up. Was he so scared he had gone crazy? What did you say? I repeated. I have a way. I need your help. You handle bandits. The leader checked my forehead for fever. Then his own. Boy, in the past the village looked down on you. Some bullied you. That was because you were lazy. But I apologized. You learn medicine and save the Lord's wife. Do not now go crazy because bandits are coming. I gave up. Fine. You are too scared. Tell the village to run. I handle this myself. Leader, my husband has a plan. Why must we run? If bandits burn the village, where do we come back to? Chu Qingsheng spoke for me. He fights hundreds of bandits. Sun Jian, do not blame me for not trusting. How sure are you? Lives are not jokes. I gave a tired smile. If you trust me and help, 10 parts out of 10. Without you, only 7. You. The leader stared at me, trying to read my eyes. He could not. He sighed. Fine. Tell me your plan first. I will judge. I went straight. Simple. Tear down some villager houses. Take all their grain. Dig up their cellars. Take all their ropes. What? He jumped up, his face red. He pointed at me, shaking with anger. He could not even speak. The 3 wives froze too. Tear down houses, take grain, dig cellars, take ropes. That was what bandits did. I was talking like a bandit, not someone fighting them. Husband, you. Chu Qingsheng was lost. I knew I had to explain or be thrown out. What I said sounds bad, but it is the only way to wipe out the bandits. Nonsense. Shut up. If I did not know you grew up here, I would think you were a bandit spy. Get out. He stamped his feet. Even if our village runs, we will not let you do this. Get out. Or I call people. Husband, please explain. Gu Zijian pulled me back. If I did not explain now, the village would fight itself before the bandits even came. Yes, explain. Even I thought you were a spy. Joanna rolled her eyes. This old man has too much temper. I waved my hands. Bandits are hundreds of cruel men. Without harsh methods, we cannot beat them. Tearing down houses means I need wooden beams from old houses to build traps. Bandits get hit or crushed and they die. I do not mean houses people live in. Oh, Joanna clapped. What about taking grain? You call me husband and I will tell you. She turned red. No way. Fine. Do not call me. Taking grain. This is famine year. Bandits come for grain and women. If grain is in many homes, it is hard to manage. We do not lack weapons. We lack people who fight. If grain is spread out, villagers will think only of saving their own families. When bandits come, some will be scared and want to run. Run means food. Food means panic. Panic means the village falls apart. So we collect all grain. Track every pound. After bandits die, we give it back. I have plenty of grain at home. I do not want theirs. Oh, this is breaking the cooking pots. No way back, only forward. Gu Zijian's eyes lit up, and luring the snake out. Waiting in calm to fight the tired enemy, Zhou Wanner added. I nodded. Digging cellars means we hide old people, children, and women in tunnels. Tunnel war. Then strong men can fight without worry. Taking ropes is for tying up bandits. Hundreds of them. Where else do I get ropes? The three looked at me with worship in their eyes. The leader was thinking hard now. My plan was good. With good traps and no help coming for the bandits, we had a real chance. Sun Jian, you said you have weapons. Where from? His voice was calmer now. My husband makes weapons. His bows are amazing. Even normal people can hit targets 100 steps away. Gu Zijian sold me out. I gave her a look. So honest. She thought my bows were endless. I only had a few in my bag. Without one more lottery, weapons were a real problem. You make iron weapons too? Why did I never know? The leader doubted me again. When did I learn all this? Smart, focused, sharp plans. Not the lazy, useless old Sun Jian. Plus medicine and weapons. Was this even Sun Jian? See? He hid his power well. Even the leader who saw him grow up does not know, Zhou Wanner whispered to Chu Qingcheng. Chu Qingcheng did not hear the complaint. She only felt happy. Yes, our husband can do anything. Your husband. Not mine, Zhou Wanner reminded her. He is not my husband. My husband must be high-born. Only the emperor above him. That last line, Zhou Wanner said softly to herself. Her royal life had shaped her like that. She did not even know she was hiding her own feelings for me. She would not look inside her own heart. I did not hear them whispering. I just pushed the leader. Old man, stop talking. I know many things. I do not need to tell you all of them. Will you help or not? If not, I do this alone. You all run. But when bandits leave, do not blame me if your homes are gone. I cannot save every house. Sun Liangji made up his mind. I help. If I had a real chance, why not try? I was risking my own family too. Running meant burned homes when we came back. Good. No time to wait. We start tonight. My plan has 3 parts. First, take this bandit to the east of the village. Call all villagers. Tell them bandits are coming. Tell them I have called soldiers. Second, soldiers need at least 5 days to get here. Until then, all grain goes into one place. No private storage. Old people, women, children hide. Dig tunnels between every house. Third, gather strong men. Build traps and ditches with me. Any questions? Yes, the leader said. Calling soldiers is fine. Gathering people is fine. Digging is fine. But people will not give up their grain easily. Easy. Tell them their grain goes into the tunnel of another family. They worry about their own grain being taken, but also about losing it if hidden at home. So they will share. That makes sense. I will tell them. Meet east of the village in 1 hour. He tied up the bandit and went door to door with his wife. Soon trusted villagers gathered. I went home with my wives. I walked silent. I was thinking about traps. Gu Zijin poked Zhou Wanner. Sister, do you think husband can really kill all the bandits? For the last time, your husband. Not mine. She thought it, but did not say it. Do you trust him? Of course I trust him. I just worry he will get hurt. Bandits are bad men. Do not worry. He fights as well as you. A woman fighter today is rare. Without war, you would be at least a general's daughter. Gu Zijin's heart raced. Her face went off. She tried to hide it. I am only joking. Zhou Wanner did not press. Her own past was hidden too. Pulling on Gu Zijin's would mean someone pulling on hers. She changed the subject. Has he ever done something he was not sure of? Sister Chu may not see, but you should see how many tricks our husband has used. Let me count. Knowing they come, letting them come. That is using their plan. Lying in wait. setting traps for them while we save ourselves. That is letting the enemy tire while we rest. Closing the door to catch the thief. Using fake soldiers to gather grain. That is using the wind to make wind. Breaking the cooking pots. The clever way he tricked the leader and made the plan. That is more tricks. 6 tricks already. Do you think he has a chance? Gu Zijian was full of awe. I noticed they were whispering and turned around. What are you whispering? Hurry up. We have things to do at home. Coming. At home. I took out my last 4 bows and 90 arrows. I told Gu Zijian to teach Chu Qingqing and Zhou Wan'er to shoot in the yard. I went to my room to use the system. I had 1 epic lottery left. After that, my next chance would only come if Chu Qingqing's favor maxed out. Gu Zijian and Zhou Wan'er were 37 and 32. Far from 50. And they had not gained recently. I needed new methods. System. Lottery. Weapons and traps. Ding. Choose only 1 category. Damn. Then give me modern weapons. 2 or 3 tanks would be fine. Or some AK rifles. I rubbed my forehead. I almost asked for a rocket launcher. I could group the bandits and wipe them out at once. Ding. Modern weapons can only come through random weapon lottery. No promise. What if I got bows again instead of guns? What about explosives? Ding. Items that affect this age too much cannot be picked. Only random. Fine. Traps then. Traps cannot change history. Ding. Epic lottery open. Quantity or quality? Quantity, of course. You get 100 self-trigger iron logs, 100 fire roll stones, 10 infrared trigger crossbows with 1,000 giant arrows, 100 trigger crossbows with 1,000 iron arrows, 100 giant trap nets, 10,000 hidden iron spikes, 20 bouncing horse barriers, 100 hidden ground spike sets. Damn. The epic lottery really is something. So many trap items. Most were self-trigger or infrared. No special skill needed to set them up. If I used all this, hundreds of bandits would die. Even 10,000 soldiers in the right spot would not survive. For first epic lottery, you also get 5 anti-soldier mines and 1 high-level gift box. What? Mines? I was stunned. This was a great gift. I never thought Epic would give modern weapons. Even Wolfhead Mountain and Tiger Plate Mountain meant nothing now. I could even attack their bases. But mines were trap weapons, not for attack. Still, I had backup now. High gift box can wait. No time limit. I closed the system. I walked out with confidence. Husband, you came out. Chu Qingqing put down her bow and held my arm. How was practice? Sister Zijian says we learn fast. We have the form down. I poked her nose. I knew my Qingsheng was the best. She blushed and put her face on my chest. Gu Zijian got a little jealous. Zhou Wan'er proudly turned her face away. I let go of Chu Qingsheng and coughed. This bow is easy. Aim well. Stay calm in battle. 1 shot. 1 kill. The leader should have everyone gathered by now. Let us go to the east of the village. Gu Zijian's eyes lit up. Husband, you have a full plan now. Yes. Even if 20,000 bandits came, none would leave alive. Let us go. Bring the bows. I walked out with the 3 behind me with worship in their eyes. 300 villagers were already gathered. Only the very old and weak were left at home. The leader had told them everything. But years of pain had broken them. Even hearing soldiers were coming, they were like scared birds. They were not against the leader. They were just scared for their lives. No one in history fought bandits and lived. Leader, we believe you. But bandits have killed people. We are starving farmers. How can we fight? Yes, leader. 3 days of preparation. But if I do not work for 1 day, my wife and children starve. My situation is bad too. If Sun Jian had not given some of us work this week, I would already be begging. The leader sighed. He had been too hopeful. Organizing them was hard. Maybe we run. The bandits burn the village. Fine. Another villager slapped him. Damn you. My old mother is 70. My wife is starving 4 days. My baby cries. How do we run to the mountains? Why is that my problem? My family starved last year. I only have myself now. Ergo Z. You have no soul. If our houses burn, where do we come back to? If Sun Jian had not hired you these days, you would be dead. The crowd fell into chaos. Fights broke out. The leader could not stop them. All of you stop. I had arrived. My voice cut through. Most stopped fighting and looked at me. Damn. I hate fighting among ourselves. I kicked Ergo Z several feet through the air. Then I grabbed the troublemakers and threw them aside one by one. Before, the village had looked down on me. Since the Lord had honored me, No one dared speak against me out loud. And many strong men had eaten my food this week. They would not say a word. In a famine, the man who feeds you is your god. Just a few hundred bandits. So what? They are not even here yet, and you are fighting each other. I walked up onto the platform with the leader. Just because some men were quiet did not mean all were. A tall, thin man stood up. Sun Jian, I admit you are different now. You make iron. You heal people. You have ties to the office. You have grain and tools to spare. Even I, old Chow, must respect you. Other days, I would not cross you. But this is different. I have not eaten your food. I owe you nothing. I will live on my own. Even begging beats fighting bandits. A house gone is better than a life gone. Old Chow was a farmer with land. But the past few years grew nothing. 2 years ago the office gave him a war wife. She starved within days. Now he hunted in the hills. Yes, Sun Jian. It is not that we will not listen. We just cannot fight bandits. Many will die. The crowd grew loud again. Quiet, I held up my hand. I understand your fear, but you do not even know my plan. How can you say we will die? Just trap and wait for soldiers, right? Bandits have swords. We have your iron tools at most. Bandits are many. We will lose many lives. I smiled. I pulled out the mine the system had given me. What is this? The leader stared at the iron lump in my hand. The villagers were confused. This is the trap I made to fight bandits. What? This iron lump? Huh? Are you joking? Throw it at their heads. Sun Jian, your iron shovel head would be better. I did not rush to explain. Let them laugh. They would not be laughing soon. Sister Chu, what is that? Gu Zijin asked. I do not know. But husband must have a reason, Chu Qingqing said. Zhou Wana rolled her eyes. Who knows what tricks he has now? Remember his fishing rod? No hook, but the fish floated up. If he says it works, maybe it does. The villagers kept doubting. Some begged the leader to let them go pack and run. The leader felt the pressure. Sun Jian, if you joke now, I cannot stop them from leaving. This was exactly what I wanted. Wait, I have not told you how to use this. How do you know it does not work? Bandits come in 3 days. You have time. Watch the power first. Old Chow, help me. I came down and put the mine in his hands. Who has a fire stick? Bring it. Me. Lao Jiang ran out and gave me one. Watch closely. I opened the mine to make it a giant grenade. I pulled out the fuse. Old Chow, you are strong. After I light it, throw it as far as you can. I pointed at an empty broken house. Throw it there. What? He had no time to answer. I had already lit the fuse. I picked Old Chow because he was the loudest about running. Convince him, and most of the weak men would follow. Plus he was strong from hunting. Hold steady, or we all die together. The fuse spit sparks. Old Chow's hand shook. Gunpowder was not new in this age. Travelers used it for tricks. Festivals used it for small fires. Rich families used it for fortune potions. But it was not used in battle. People did not yet know it could become an explosive bomb. Gunpowder. A few villagers who knew it gasped. The wives recognized it too. Throw. Old Chow took 2 running steps and threw it hard. Get down. Cover your ears. I covered my ears and crouched. The villagers copied me. Suddenly the field was silent. I waited for the boom. 1 second. 2. 5. 6. Nothing. Damn. What is happening? The villagers stood up, confused. Even the leader started to shout. Sun Jian, what are you? Boom. A huge sound shook the world. The night turned bright as day. The blast tore apart 4 or 5 empty houses. Wood and stone flew everywhere. A small mushroom cloud rose up. Ears rang. The world spun. Some villagers who had stood up were thrown back by the wind. Just light injuries. I waved away the dust and spit it out. When the smoke cleared, every villager was frozen. Lost souls. Faces full of fear. The boom had come from nowhere, like thunder from clear sky. Are you okay? I ran to my wives. We are fine. Husband. Cough cough. Husband, you made this. What is it? Gu Zijin looked like she had found a new world. Yes, but the power was bigger than I thought. I checked the burning ruins. You are amazing. Husband, you are a god. The 2 praised me. Zhou Wana walked toward the ruins in silence. The other villagers slowly came back to themselves. They walked to the ruins too. The line of old houses was gone. Black ground. Burning bits. A huge crater in the dirt. The villagers stared at me with fear and awe. Old Chow, ergo, Lao Jiang, all stunned. I made this from gunpowder and other things. I thought it would just take down a few houses. The power surprised me. What is it called? The leader asked. It was a ground mine. I changed it. Now it is a hand mine. I climbed back on the platform. Do not be afraid. Used right, it does not hurt us. It only blew after old Chow threw it. I have other traps too. Improved bows. Falling rocks. Falling logs. The hand mine was only a test. With these things, even if a few hundred bandits came, we win. Even if Dezhou sent 10,000 soldiers, none would leave. Do you believe me now? The fear changed to hope. Yes, we believe. We are saved. No more running. The villagers cheered. Their respect for me hit the top. Chu Qingqing and Gu Zijian looked at me with shining eyes. Only Zhou Wanner was not happy. She muttered, blowing up Dezhou's army? You dare. The system spoke. Zhou Wanner favor -1. Now 31. Gu Zijian favor +3. Now 40. Chu Qingqing favor +1. Now 50. Top. I saw the numbers and frowned. Of course. Zhou Wanner was the Dezhou princess. My words about killing Dezhou's army scared her. I would have to remember that. Ding. Chu Qingqing favor at 50 maximum. She is yours forever. You get 1 legendary lottery, valid 30 days. 20 free attribute points. New person to bind soon. I closed the system and started planning the bandit trap. After the explosion, no one questioned me. People started saying I was the thunder god in human form. I was good to my word. I split my grain into food rations and shared with the villagers. Not from kindness. I needed them to work. After this, I did not worry about food. The super potatoes would be ready soon. After that, food would never run out. I sent the bandit Scar to the office under guard. Then I had the villagers set traps. They worked hard, fighting to do their part. Old Chow took charge. In one day, the village changed completely. 5 paths into the village. We blocked 3. One way in, one way out. The way in had few traps. We needed bandits to come all the way through. I told the men hidden at the entrance to let them all in. Do not scare them. Wait for the inside traps to spring. When they ran back, drop the giant iron logs to seal the door. Trap the dogs in the yard. Inside, we put traps everywhere. In every house. At every alley. At every crossing. Iron logs. Fire stones. All kinds of traps. To stop them from running another way, we put horse barriers, ground spikes, and iron caltrops outside the gaps in the village wall. When most bandits were dead and they tried to flee, the only way out led to villagers with giant nets. None would escape. Every trap fed into the next. Perfect. The villagers praised me to the sky. I was a healing god, then a war god, then thunder god. I could only smile. Listen, even though we are ready, bandits could attack early. So those guarding the entrance and exit, stay there. Do not leave. The leader will send food. Your families will be cared for. No one argued this time. Sun Jian, I am curious, the leader said. Speak. If bandits come at night, why not move the old, women, and children into the tunnels now? No need. Bandits have only one way in. 2 lookouts on the West Hill. When they see them coming, they ring the gong. Bandits are far. Will not hear it. I see. I turned to Old Chow and Lao Jiang. Lookout duty is yours. Do not worry, Sun Jian. We will not slip. Good. The rest of you go home and rest. I left the platform. With the leader and a few elders, I said good night. Then I took my wives home. At home, the 3 asked me again how I had made the hand mine. I tried to explain. The technical words got more and more, and they understood less. Husband, just tell us. Are you a god come down? A scholar god? A war god? A war saint? Yes. And those traps? I never saw such things. Since triggered crossbows. Smart giant nets? You never made these in front of us. They just appeared, same with the bow. And the potatoes? They just appeared from nowhere. I rubbed my forehead. The more I explained, the more questions came. They were like curious cats. In the end, I gave one answer to stop everything. Heaven's secrets cannot be told. Just as Zhou Wanner was about to ask more, someone knocked at the door. Bang, bang, bang. Who is it? At this hour, I went to open it. Sun Jian. It is me. The leader stood there with 2 dusty old jars of wine. He looked grateful. You worked hard today. My old wife has saved this wine for 5 years. We even almost traded it for grain last year. She would not let me. We never drank it. It is the most valuable thing in our home. I bring it to you. First, you saved our village. Second, you fed many of us. As leader, I thank you. He was sincere. But I was not a man who lived for thanks. Leader, you are kind. But everything I did was also for me. Hiring villagers to work, fighting bandits. Mostly for my own family's safety. I was telling the truth. Hiring villagers meant they worked for food, no wages. Just a fair trade. Fighting bandits was because my family lived here. We had grain. We had super potatoes growing. I was using the villagers, not saving them. We just both got something. I cannot take this wine. Take it back. He looked hurt. Sun Jian, do not look down on it. In these years it could trade for 100 pounds of grain. This broken wine? 100 pounds? 100 pounds could buy several war wives. The old man was lying. But I did not say it out loud. He was sincere. I had to give him face. Truly, this is fine wine. The most valuable thing in our village. The villagers want you to have it. Please take it. Please. You are the village's hope. If you do not take it, I cannot face the others. I gave in and took the wine. Fine. Go home and rest. The leader smiled wide and left. I shook my head and watched him go. What did wine in this age taste like? Maybe try it tonight. 3 wives. Only one in my bed so far. Such a waste. Maybe drink with all 3. Get them tipsy. Maybe sleep with all 3 at once tonight. I brought the wine inside and grabbed some instant noodle packs from the kitchen for snacks. Come on. Tonight, all 3 of you drink with me. I poured wine for them in bowls. The seal popped open and the smell filled the room. We drink tonight. Chu Qingcheng was surprised. They had just seen the leader bring it. Yes. Tonight, I had my own little plan. I would not waste this chance. Okay, she sat down obediently. Old world women followed their husbands without question. Good wine. I have not smelled wine like this in years. Gu Zijian was a bold woman. She picked up her bowl right away and smelled it. She remembered. The last time she drank wine, her family was still a great noble family of Deqian. Then her father picked the wrong side. Bad people made up lies. They were called rebels and lost everything. Wine took grain to make. In famine, even rich families saved their grain. Smelling wine was already a luxury for poor people. Truly good wine. She took a small sip and praised it. Let me smell. Zhou Wanner leaned in. Yes, not bad. The leader was right. This could trade for 100 pounds of grain. He was very sincere. I frowned and rolled my eyes at them. These 2 had not seen the world. One was a princess. One was from a noble family. And they thought this was good wine. Zhou Wanner pushed me. Why that face? You all have not seen anything. I bit into a noodle pack. I once. Zhou Wanner almost slipped. She caught herself. You are the one who has not seen anything. This is good wine. Gu Zijian nodded. Yes, husband. Wine like this is rare. Chu Qingcheng said softly. I do not know wine, but it does smell good. Do not listen to him. We drink. He does not understand wine, Zhou Wanner said. I chewed my noodles. This wine is simple, just fermented and filtered. Maybe 10% alcohol. Trash. Even I can make wine 100 times better. No need to age it for years. Wow. Chu Qingcheng's eyes lit up again. Really, husband? Gu Zijian held my arm. Of course. When have I lied to you? My method is one of a kind. After we deal with the bandits, I will make you wine. You will see. I was sure. I did not even need the system for this. In this world, wine was just fermented grain or fruit. Even special makers got only 20%. Real good wine needs high heat distilling, cooling, and filtering, then heat distilling again. Oh, you know winemaking too? Zhou Wanner looked at me with new eyes. Was there anything I could not do? Want to bet? If I make it, will you call me husband like the others? I took the chance to flirt with her. She turned red. I will not. You are my wife. Calling me husband is the right thing. She had no answer. Then this. If I make wine 100 times better than this, you give me 1 kiss. Deal? Her face went redder. She lifted her chin. Fine. If you really do it, I will think about it. Deal. The mood was good. I changed the subject. Let us drink. Cheers. We laughed. I told some dirty jokes too. They blushed. After 3 rounds, I said let us play truth or dare. There were no dice, or I would have taught them dice games too. Watch. Rock. Scissors. Paper. Rock beats scissors. Scissors beats paper. Paper beats rock. Got it. Winner asks something. Loser cannot say no. Dare? Even a fool could see the greed in my eyes. Chu Qingcheng and Gu Zijian thought of certain pictures and turned red. They lowered their heads, ready for what came. Zhou Wanner was different. What is to fear? 3 of us against you. If any of us wins, we tell you what to do. Fine. Then no take-backs. Qingcheng first. Rock, paper, scissors. Heaven was on my side. 3 rounds. I won every one. All 3 of you lost. Now I make my request. No way. Does not count. Again, Zhou Wanner sensed danger. You are cheating openly. Either we play again, or I will not do what you ask. You will ask that. I am not ready. She turned away, blushing. I almost argued. But maybe the time was not right. If I forced it, she might agree, but I wanted her to want to. There was time. Let her win this one. Fine. Last time. After this, no more cheating. You 2 will not cheat too? The other 2 were red and quiet. My heart raced. I said my request fast. My wishes. The losers tonight sleep in my bed. No saying no. No fighting. I blew out the candles. Left hand to Chu Qingqing. Right hand to Gu Zijian. We sat on the bed. Hey, Zhou Wanner jumped up like a scared rabbit. Chu Qingqing and Gu Zijian gasped and tried to pull free, but I held tight. We agreed. Win and lose. No backing out. But, husband promises. Just sleep. Nothing more. Chu Qingqing was fine. She had been with me before. But Gu Zijian made it strange. Husband. She was shy. With my soft words and tricks, she finally agreed. Zhou Wanner stamped her foot, muttered, shameless, and went to the side room. My plan worked. So what if I was shameless? I had to be. If not, no woman would ever come to me. They were my wives. Even gods could not stop me from sharing my own bed with my own wives. A small trick to reach a goal was fine. In bed, I took off all my clothes. The 2 were so embarrassed. Husband, you said only sleep. Yes. I am only sleeping. I just like to sleep without clothes. I sweet-talked them out of their outer clothes too. I lay between them. My hands moved on their bodies. Both were perfect. Software soft, firmware firm. In the moonlight, Chu Qingqing was as white as cream. Gu Zijian was less white, but smooth and strong. Soft sounds came from both of them. I rolled over and pinned Gu Zijian under me. I was about to start. Then a sound came from the village. Bang, bang, bang. A gong. Far off, but clear. Husband, Gu Zijian was lost in the moment. She did not care anymore. But I had to stop. Wait. Listen. Bang, bang, bang. Closer now. I knew that sound. Old Chow and Lao Jiang were warning of bandits. Damn it. Bandits. They came early. I jumped up. I dressed fast and lit a candle. The 2 women came back to themselves and dressed too. Zhou Wanner had not slept. She was in the next room listening. She came in to wait for orders. Damn bandits. They come right now of all times, Zijian. Take them to the cellar. Take care of them. I am going out. I pulled on my robe and ran out. Bandits were fast. I had thought 3 days. It was only 1.5. If I had not built the traps already. If I had not posted lookouts. Outside, most of the strong men were already at my gate, waiting for orders. The leader and elders came too, supported by young men. Old Chow and Lao Jiang stopped beating the gong, gasping for air. Bandits. Bandits coming. Looks like several hundred. On horses. With torches. Sun Jian. Same plan? Yes. I looked at the moon. About half a stick of incense before they get here. Old Chow. Go to the entrance. Tell our men to stay calm. Let them all in. Then block the road. Lao Jiang. Go to the exit. Tell them when to drop the giant net. If any escape, shoot them. None get away. Leader. Ergo. Take men and beat the gong. Tell every house to hide in the cellars. Do not get caught in our own traps. They all moved fast. The hunt began. The bandits rode in. Saw no one. They were happy. Brothers. Take the grain. Take the women. Kill anyone who fights. Hooves pounded. Torches and curved swords. They kicked open every door. But every house was empty. Even the chickens were gone. Big boss. Something is wrong. This village is strange. A small bandit was reporting when an arrow flew. It went straight through his chest. Blood sprayed. He fell dead. Damn villagers. They set traps. Find them. Cut their heads off, the big boss roared. The bandits ran into yards looking for hidden men. But there were no men. The arrows came from infrared trigger crossbows. Hunting empty rooms only got more bandits killed. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Arrows everywhere. Bandits fell. Big brother. There are ghosts in this village. Damn you. We are bandits. We do not fear ghosts. Brothers. Get off the horses. Find the villagers. Off the horses they were easy meat. More arrows came. Giant logs and stones fell from above. Many died. The villagers worked like one person. Every step right. Bandits panicked. They tried to run, but the road in was blocked. The boss and a few close men reached the exit. Horse barriers, spikes, caltrops, no way through. Heaven blocked, earth blocked, no way out. 500 bandits, gone in less than 2 hours. Only a few dozen left. Lao Jiang dropped the giant net on the last group. Less than 2 hours. Total victory. 0 villager wounded. 46 bandits caught. Rest dead. The villagers cheered. Old, women, children came out of the cellars. Everyone gathered to see me. In their eyes, I was a god now. When I came with my 3 wives, they crowded around. Sun Jian, you are our god. All 500 bandits killed or caught. Not one of us hurt. This is beyond human. He has magic medicine, magic bombs like thunder gods, and now this plan. A man like this comes once in 1,000 years. I felt good. Even widows in the village gave me looks now. Sun Jian, I am rough. I crossed you before. Today I see clearly. You are no small fish. You will rise like a dragon. To follow you is my honor. My life is yours. East or west, I follow you. I patted old Chao's shoulder. Sun Jian, what do we do with these bandits? The leader bowed. These men had killed and burned. Each had blood on his hands. I would not waste words on them. Clean up the bodies. Lao Jiang, take the live bandits to the office. Do we hide in cellars again tonight? From the numbers, almost all of Wolfhead Mountain came. We are safe for now. Tiger Plate Mountain is far. Just send a few men to watch the hill each day. When they hear about Wolfhead, they will be careful too. To be safe, leader, have old Chao take men to remove untriggered traps. Then build new traps outside the village. Just keep them away from where people walk. The village will be safe forever. The villagers cheered and got to work. The night was almost over. The sky was getting light. I wanted to take my wives home and finish what we started in bed. But just as I lay down, someone knocked again. Bang, bang, bang. Who is it? Damn it. Cannot a man sleep with his wives in peace? I almost cursed loud. 3 times now. Sun Jian, it is me, Lao Jiang. I know you have not slept. But the Lord is here. The Lord? I dropped my anger and got up to open the door fast. The Lord here so early. After we sent the bandit Scar to the office last night, the Lord must have heard about the raid and rushed here through the night. Normally a county lord did not handle bandits. The deputy did. But this old man was over 50 and had ridden through the night to help. I was moved. Sir, please come in. Yes? Inside. I welcomed him in and asked Chu Qingcheng to make tea. The Lord stared at me with bright eyes. Excited, proud, full of awe. Good, 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 he said it 3 times. My old eyes did not see wrong. A young hero. Our Hongnon County has such a wonder. Ha ha ha. I rubbed my nose, embarrassed. Just lucky. When I heard bandits were coming to your village, I was sick with worry. I gathered guards and rode through the night without rest. We came to the village gate and ran right into your villagers taking the captured bandits to my office. They told me you had seen through the bandits and trapped them. Killed over 400. Caught the boss. 0 villagers hurt. He looked so proud, like he had done it himself. Sir, you praise too much. I just had time to prepare. You are too modest. I am not deaf or blind. A man who knows magic medicine, makes thunder bombs, makes magic bows, sets perfect traps, and plans like this. This cannot be just luck. His face turned serious. You hide many talents. I know it. I started to get the feeling. He was not just thanking me. The Lord raised his hands to the sky. Years ago, our Qianwu emperor was a king under the rotten Sui dynasty. He fought to build this the Qian Empire. We are new. There is so much to do. With your talent, why not serve to Qian? Why not serve our emperor? There it was. He was trying to pull me into the imperial court. I had healed his wife. He had ridden all night for me. To most men, this was a great gift. A path to office. A way out of poor life. But not for me. I did not want chains. I did not want to live as the emperor's foot soldier just for fancy clothes. I had the system. What did I lack? Emperors. One day I would stand above them. And court life was deadly. Working with a king was like working with a tiger. One wrong word and you die. I would not look for trouble. So I changed the subject fast. Sir, please. Let us not talk about that. You came all this way. Let me get you food. Something you have never tasted before. What? He blinked. I called Chu Qingcheng to make instant noodles for the Lord. Sir, he still wanted to talk. I clapped my hands. Sir, sit. I will go dig up a treasure for you to taste. I left the room. Husband, where are you going? To dig a few potatoes. Gu Zijian and Zhou Wan'er did not want to be alone with the Lord. They followed me. Husband, wait for us. On the way, Gu Zijian said proudly to Zhou Wan'er, Sister, it sounds like the Lord wants husband to be an official. With his skill, he could be a top minister in years. Even a duke easy. Officials. So what? Zhou Wan'er sneered. She was not against me being an official, just not an official of Deqian. Sister, what is wrong with you? Husband is a scholar. All scholars want a position. With the Lord backing him, he does not even need exams. Then, it does not have to be Deqian. He could go to Dezhou. There he could even be a king. What? She had almost said too much. B. Anything is better than being an official of Deqian. Sister, are you not from Deqian? Gu Zijian gave her a sharp look. She had long suspected Zhou Wan'er was not normal. She herself was a general's daughter. Zhou Wan'er could easily be from the royal family of Dezhou. Of course I am. I just think Dezhou is more stable. Zhou Wan'er talked fast. Deqian is only 10 years old. Dezhou has had 5 emperors. Even with war and famine, Dezhou is more developed. But husband is from Deqian. Gu Zijian was not buying it. The new Dezhou king got his throne by force too. Dezhou had its own troubles. The number of past kings did not measure how good a country was for officials. The old Sui dynasty had several kings before Deqian. Many good men died there. A new country with everything to build was better. And I was a Deqian native. I would not face suspicion. What does country matter? Your Deqian's prime minister is from Dezhou. You're Deqian? Are you not? What are you whispering back there? Hurry up, I called from ahead. Gu Zijian wanted to push more, but she let it go. Zhou Wan'er sighed inside. A man like me serving Deqian would mean Dezhou, Desong, and Dexia would never have peace. With me as their helper, Deqian could destroy them all. If she ever became a princess again, she would tie me up and drag me to Dezhou. She would pay any price to get me on her side. The closest hill where I had planted potatoes was not far. But when I got there, I was stunned. Dead vines everywhere. The growing potato shoots were thrown all over. 2 acres of new plants ruined. Like dogs had been here. My heart bled. What happened? Was the soil bad? Zhou Wan'er and Gu Zijian came up and were shocked too. It does not look like a soil problem. It looks like something ate them, right? People did this. Not soil. I sighed. These were super potatoes. They could grow even in water. Soil was no problem. People? Did someone in the village hurt husband on purpose? Gu Zijian frowned. Who in the village would dare? It must have been wild dogs or wild animals. I looked at the broken vines. From the bites, it was people. They only ate the soft leaves and tops, not the bitter vines. The 2 crouched and looked at the vines. Wow, you can see the teeth marks. Heavens. Who would eat this? Yes. Can people even eat this? I gave them a flat look. One was a rebel general's daughter. One was a princess. They had never been hungry. Since marrying me, I had fed them well. They had never seen real starving people. When humans get hungry enough, they eat anything. Tree bark, leaves, even dirt. If hungry enough, weak people even eat each other. This was happening in many places now. Sun family village was lucky. I sighed but did not tell them all this. Has anyone seen any beggars passing through? Not that I know of, Gu Zijian said. Do not ask me. The other 2 talked to villagers, not me, Zhou Wan'er said. Forget it. Lucky we planted potatoes. If it had been wheat or vegetables, all gone. Husband, go home now. Not yet. Help me dig up some potatoes. I started digging with my hands. The 2 had eaten potatoes but did not know how they grew. They thought potatoes grew on the vine like melons. When I dug one up, their mouths fell open. Potatoes grow under the dirt. I shrugged. Did I ever say they grew on top? I picked up a potato as big as my palm. Super potatoes really are strong. Not even at full time and already this big. Those people who ate the leaves did not know the food was right under their feet. If they had dug, they would have eaten real food, not bitter leaves. Lucky for us. Stop standing there. Help. The 3 of us dug up a few dozen potatoes. We had nothing to carry more in, so I covered the rest of the holes. We headed home with potatoes in our arms. At home, a crowd was at my door again. The leader and elders had heard the Lord was here and came to see him. I saw Lao Jiang and Old Chow in the crowd. I told them to send some farm workers to watch over the rest of the potato fields. No more beggars eating my crops. I had worked hard for that food. The 2 were now my men. They went to gather workers right away. Zijian, Steam these potatoes. Then bring them to the Lord. Yes, husband. I walked into the room. The leader and elders stood to greet me. Sir, you went to the fields? The Lord saw the dirt on me. Yes. I told you I would get you something good. Half an hour and you can eat. It is famine year. What is it? The Lord wondered. As county lord, he had seen all kinds of grain, even if he had not eaten them. Wait and see. I kept it a secret on purpose. The village elders also had not seen potatoes. They had only heard. Today they could all see and taste them. Sharing was not bad. They would help me grow more later. The Lord moved to another topic. I sent a letter to my teacher, Governor Yao, to recommend you. Governor Yao? Recommend? I had a bad feeling. Who was Governor Yao? It sounded like a big position. Was the Lord still trying to push me into office? Damn this old man. He would not let go. A village elder gasped. Governor Yao? Of Yongzhou? Yao Tianzhong. Yes, heavens. The biggest official in Yongzhou. He runs all military and people's matters. He is the Lord's teacher? A great teacher makes great students. I rolled my eyes inside. They had not seen the world. A governor was like a state head and military head together. But Yongzhou was just a small to medium state. Just middle Shaanxi and part of Gansu in old maps. Why so excited? The leader added, Governor Yao is a founding hero of Deqian, the emperor's right hand, the top medicine master in our country. Meeting him is the dream of a lifetime. The Lord smiled sadly. He took only me as his last student. He always said I carried his line. But I almost lost my own wife to sickness. If not for Mr. Sun, she would be dead. Now I understood. The Lord was a doctor too. That was why he had bowed to me right after checking his wife. He knew I had truly cured her, not used a fake soul return needle trick. In my letter I praised your medicine and your brave actions. The governor wrote back. He praised you too. He said on the 15th of the 8th month, he will come to Hongnon County to meet you. Oh, not for an office post. Good, I felt better. Sir, do you really hate the idea of office that much? Yes. Why be an official? I do not want chains. I do not want party fights. Scheming with court men is no fun. Huh. Whether you take office may not be your choice. He smiled and stroked his small beard. What do you mean? Because of my medicine and the bandit fight. More than that. You are young and gifted. Your medicine, your tools, your bombs, your weapons, your plans. The choice is not mine. I cut in. Sir, I said it again. I do not want office. No one will force me. Will they? I almost said what I really thought. With my system, I would only settle for being the highest of all rulers. Why be some small officer? You are the Lord here. If you do not report it, who will pull me to office? You are wrong, sir. Even if I do not report, the news of 0 losses against 500 bandits and your weapons will spread. Deqian spies are everywhere. My heart sank. Rumors fly. One person tells 10, 10 tell 100. Soon the emperor would hear. He was no soft prince. He was a founder. He had means. I could not avoid this. I had to grow stronger before that day. Wait, the 15th of the 8th month? That is tomorrow? Yes. The governor arrives in the morning. I counted the days. Tomorrow will not work. I promised my wives I would watch the moon with them. The Lord did not know how to react. I had a scholar title, but I was still just a peasant. The military and political head of all Yongzhou was coming to a small town to meet me, and I had refused. People would not believe it. The leader almost cried. Sun Jian. The 15th day moon is round on the 16th. People watch the moon at night. What moon do you watch in the morning? Watch the moon. In a year like this, just not being hungry was a holiday. A meeting with the governor was a great chance. The Sun family village had not had luck like this in decades. Maybe the court would notice them. And I had refused without even thinking. The elders begged me. Sun Jian. Meet him in the morning. Watch the moon at night. No conflict. I gave them looks. Why not you go yourselves? But I did not say it. The Lord saw the tension. How about this? I know you have great skills and do not want to come out into the world. But Governor Yao is a top official. He is also my teacher. He has traveled far. Could you meet him just once? I will get you back to the village by night, in time to watch the moon with your wives. The Lord had said it nicely. If I refused now, I would be heartless. He had ridden through the night to save me. I had to give some respect back. Fine. I will meet him. The Lord smiled and ordered horses ready. Tonight? Yes. He arrives in the morning. We cannot make him wait. Fine. So my time with Guzijian in bed would have to wait until the night of the 15th. Husband, the noodles are ready. So are the potatoes. Chu Qingsheng and Gu Zijing came in. One held a bowl of hot noodles. One held a bowl of steamed potatoes. The smell filled the room. So good, the leader and elders had never tasted these. Their mouths watered. What is this? It smells so good, the Lord was stunned. He swallowed. This is instant noodles. This is potato. This is the good thing you mentioned? Yes. I gave a hot potato to each of them. Even put one in the Lord's hand. Try it. They could not hold back. They burned their mouths, but kept eating. In moments their potatoes were gone. They stared at the bowl with hungry eyes. I almost laughed. Were they trying to eat all my food in one visit? No way. One taste was enough face given. The rest are for old Chow, Lao Jiang, and ergo. They forced their eyes away. I turned to ask the Lord. He had finished a whole bowl of noodles and potatoes already. Faster than the elders. So good. These are amazing. I was speechless. The leader too. Sorry, I am not hungry. The food is just so good. Sweet, smooth, full of flavor. I smiled. You speak well, sir. The potato is a new grain food I made. As good as wheat or rice. And it fills you up. What? You developed a new food. The Lord stood up fast. He stuttered. This was huge news. For thousands of years, humans had only eaten wheat and rice and a few small grains. No one in any age had ever made a new grain. Smart people had only brought new ones from far away. If I had truly made a new food, this alone put me above every man in history. He swallowed again. Not from hunger this time. From shock. That look? You do not believe me. Not that. This news is too big. If not me, who? Have you ever seen this before? I shrugged. With my system, what could I not do? I had used a rare lottery for 100 bags of fine seeds. Almost every useful crop from my old world. Potatoes shocked them this much. What about corn? Corn did not come to old China until the Ming Dynasty in 1531. This world had not seen it yet. They might faint. How could I not believe? How much does this potato yield? What kind of soil does it need? He was a county lord. His questions hit the key points. A normal potato gives 3,000 to 5,000 pounds per acre. But mine is a super potato. 8,000 to 10,000 per acre. How much? 10,000 per acre? Heavens! His hand shook. Soil. It grows underground like peanuts. Just dirt. Cold or hot. No fertilizer. No watering. Still grows. Heavens! Such a wonder. Wait. What is a peanut? I rubbed my forehead. How to explain? Peanuts are also a new crop I made. Not planted yet. I just remembered peanuts also came in the Ming Dynasty in old history. This world likely had none. Deqian was about like the late Tang in old China. But it was strange. Sometimes things that did not exist in Tang did exist here. The Lord did not care about peanuts. What is the growing time? When to plant? I thought 1 month. But after only 10 days, they were ready. 20 days is enough. Plant any season. Cold or hot. No problem. Heavens, he said it again. The third time. The elders jumped up too. Heavens, this is a holy thing. I rubbed my forehead. It is just a crop. I can make many kinds. Nothing special. Stop making such a fuss. Even my soft words could not change their shock. My 3 wives laughed quietly. Their husband had stranger powers than this. They believed I could do anything now. Why? Because I was a god come down to earth. The Lord's breath was fast, but he held it. Sir, may I see the potato again? Sure. I gave him one. He held it like a baby. He was shaking. He walked out to the yard and dropped to his knees. He held the potato up to the sky. Heaven has mercy. Mr. Sun, you are a man sent from heaven. With food like this, our people will not starve. Our Deqian will rise. I leaned in the doorway, mouth open. He really is a good Lord. Then the village elders went out and knelt too. Heaven blesses us. A wonder man in our village. No more starving. I felt dizzy. I made the potato. I am right here. Why are you all kneeling to the sky? When the Lord stood up, he came to me with shining eyes. Sir, since the start of time, food is heaven for the people. With 4 kingdoms at war, with disasters, our people starve. Heaven could not bear it. So heaven sent you, and this miracle. This must be fate. Sir, please stop. My head will burst from all this praise. He smiled and changed direction. Sir, when I return, I will send soldiers to guard your village. So you can grow your first big batch of potatoes. Please agree. I hesitated. Soldiers? That was almost like being watched. The Lord might not mean it that way, but more people knowing meant more trouble. I had no money or army. I could not show too much yet. But the potatoes were already in the ground. Even without the Lord today, grain day was coming. The secret would come out anyway. I had thought about this before. Without me, they could not grow this crop. As long as I held the seedling secret, no one could threaten me. Fine. But please remember, we are very close to the Dezhou border. Do not let news spread further. Sir, I know what is at stake. Trust me. Good. I walked out and called Old Chow and Lao Jiang. Since I might leave with the Lord soon and not return until the next night, I gave my orders. Grain day was coming. So Old Chow should dig up the first batch of potatoes. Save some for my wives to make seedlings. Tell Zhou Waner, Chu Qingcheng, and Gu Zijian to do the seedling work in the cellar. The seedling method must stay secret. The new shoots could be planted on all current land first, then on new wild land. Get yields high. The rest go to the workers as their share, plus some grain saved. Gu Zijian's plan stayed the same. Led villagers with good aim into the hills to hunt and fish. Better food for the workers. Soldiers would patrol now too. Beggars would not eat the crops again. Sir, let Lao Jiang handle the work. Let me come with you to the city. Old Chow started to call me son, but the Lord called me sir, so he changed to sir too. What for? I am visiting the office, not a bandit camp. But I patted his shoulder. Soldiers protect the road. Watch my house and my wives. That is more important. He was loyal. He wanted to guard me. But a peasant going around with bodyguards would look bad. I went to the city with the Lord. By evening we reached his home. I had not slept much in days. The travel was tiring. I went straight to bed. I did not even eat the Lord's wife's special meal. The Lord and his wife stood by my bed. She tucked the blanket back over me. Wife, the servants can do this. It is fine. Without him, I would be dead. Yes. Mr. Sun is a wonder. The medicine in the world is nothing compared to him. Even with one new method, he made me feel like a small student. When he thought of how I had only used a few special needles and his wife had recovered without any extra medicine, he felt humble. I cooked all that food, but he could not eat any. I have not even thanked him in person. There is time. Let him rest. I have papers to write. They closed the door softly. Husband, is he really that great? Yes. More than great. He is no normal man. The whole world might change because of him. What will you do? Hongnong is too close to Dezhou. Just 300 kilometers. We are at war with Dezhou. Trouble could come any time. The news cannot stay hidden. I must prepare. Mr. Sun's safety matters most. Every day he stays in Hongnong worries me. Tomorrow is too late. I have written my report. I will send it to Governor Yao tonight. He will rush it to the Emperor. The Emperor will act. Will Mr. Sun blame us? You said he does not want office. It must be done. If Dezhou or Dexia find out first, his life is in danger. The next morning, I slept until I woke on my own. I washed up. On the table was a new robe and a box of mooncakes. The cloth was nice. Better than my rough cloth. I changed clothes. Why turn down free things? A servant girl was at my door. Sir, you are awake. The Lord asks you to come to the study. The guest has arrived. He arrived already? I do not know when, sir. It was already noon. The governor must have come early in the morning. He had heard I was sleeping and waited for me to wake on my own. For hours. Strange. The Lord's house was small. The study was close. I found Governor Yao playing chess with the Lord. They both got up and bowed. I bowed back. Governor, my apologies. I had not slept in days. I overslept. Made you wait. No? I told the Lord and the servants not to wake you. I am not here on official business. A few extra hours is fine. Please sit. Governor, please. One look at Governor Yao, and I knew he was no normal man. Like the Lord, he had a square face and big eyes. But he was older, maybe near 60. White hair and white beard, but still tall and straight, with bright sharp eyes. He looked like an old movie star from my old world. The three of us talked like old friends. From local customs to poetry. Governor Yao kept praising me. But he never mentioned the potatoes, bows, bombs, or medicine. He never asked me to take office either. This made me suspicious. Since he did not push, I would not stir trouble. The strange part was how humble he acted. He called himself, this lowly one, and called me, sir. His position was second class, the emperor's high minister, governor of Yongzhou, and tutor to the crown prince. Mine was peasant with empty house, no land, 3 days hungry every 9 meals. In a world built on rank, The gap between us was a chasm. The Lord being kind made sense. But the governor too? Why? After 2 hours, the Lord said, "Let us eat." He had booked a place called the Gatherworthy Tower. We went together. It was already afternoon. I had not eaten all day. I ate fast. We drank. After several rounds, the sky grew dark. The governor looked at the round moon and got poetic. Moon splashes the river of stars, and the willow shadows fade. The wind brushes the face as winter quietly comes. The lonely lamp does not need the jade to shine bright. It must be the moon goddess looking in her mirror. The Lord drank his cup down. Wonderful poem. He praised the governor with all his heart. I rolled my eyes and sighed. That was a poem. It was middle level at best. Did they not know real poetry? Then again, the governor was a soldier first. This was decent for him. But the Lord was acting like the village elders. Empty praise. Sir? Sir. The Lord poked me. What? Yes, here. What are you thinking? Oh, about the governor's poem. What do you think of it? I gave a flat smile. Good. Good. It was clearly empty praise. Anyone could tell. The room got awkward. My poem could be better. Would Mr. Sun give some advice? The governor was not angry. He even asked for my comments. I gave the Lord a look. Governor, your poem was fine. If you want my view. The Lord cut me off, thinking I was being modest. Teacher, Mr. Sun has a scholar's name. He must have deep views on poetry. Why not let him recite a poem? Today is the moon festival. I stared at him. You old sneak. Why do you hear what I do not say? Yes. Mr. Sun, please. A poem to mark our meeting. The governor agreed before I could refuse. Now I was trapped. I was lost. I could remember poems. I could not write them. Wait. Remember poems? Yes. Steal from poets in my old world. No one here knew Li Bai or Du Fu or Su Shi. I could just copy. De Qian was strong in war, but weak in poetry. Few famous poets. People in Dezhou and Xia called us northern savages. The emperor felt this pain. Fine. Then I will try. I stood at the window with a wine cup. I looked at the round moon and worked up the mood. To copy poems takes acting. Just blurting them out would look fake. After half a stick of incense, I closed my eyes and drank my cup. I swayed my head and shoulders. I was ready. I would steal Su Shi's water tune with the line, "When was there ever a bright moon?" I lifted my cup to the moon. When was there ever a bright moon? I lift my cup to ask the sky.